Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here. We're on Trigon, Space Story. Trigons are a different thing to me, as somebody who likes being nids, but regardless, this one has been on my radar for a little while, ever since, I suppose, I started getting into Void War, and then looking for other things like it that aren't FTL. And this one is more of the same, another FTL-like, or light. So, it's a very pretty game. And it's good as well. I'm enjoying what I've played of it so far. Now, I've put enough time in to unlock the 4 main races. Humans, Atari, Rakai, and Tarticons, I think I started calling them in the end. Tarticons, Rakai, Atari, and humans. Imperium, Eldar? They're not really Nids, they're more Klingon, if anything. And then kind of Necron-ish, I suppose. Everything always has to have a Warhammer 40k slam. So we're going to go with the humans. And I haven't got many of the ships unlocked yet. One thing that is quite nice is once you've picked a race, any of the ships that are unlocked can crew. So when the game first starts out, it's not quite as broad and wide as I'd imagine FTL or Void War definitely is, where there's lots of hulls and lots of captains right off the get-go. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of play the standard experience out of the box. Now, the one thing that I will say, can I rename yet? Yes, I can. This is why we got it. So the one thing that I will say is this one is incredibly cheap at the moment. Is normally $19.99 and is down to like £1.60 on Steam. That's part of the reason why I wanted to stream it today, so that I can get a stream out there whilst it's cheap, just in case anyone is interested. Well, that's Vega. Vega always gets prominent position as an engineer. I mean, you can be the hyperdrive operator if you want, Von. He's very handsome. I mean, she's very handsome. We'll come back to Jean. I'll probably I'll just put Poised in there. Poised can I mean, he's more of a weapons officer, isn't he? But he can be that guy for now. So we're going to go in the Centennial Hawk. There are other ships available. These are the sort of like main ships for the other races. It is a nice touch that you can take any of the races and crew any of the 8 ships that are in the game. I'm currently working towards getting everything done, but for now we're just going to play it in normal. I won't bother playing it in Iron Man because we might have to do a little bit of nickel of diming to get going. There you go, top tip, lasers never miss. That's a lie though. After shaking off another Venator patrol, you are trying to understand what's going on. I've struggled with this particular story as well. The local communications hub makes it clear that there's a bounty on our head. It would be a good idea to find a safe place until the dust settles. Your friend Ronnie from the asteroid belt knows best how to go to ground. So this is our kind of main quest. So we have a main quest line and then basically a sandbox galaxy. Now, it does have FTL likes and Void War likes within it, but this one is a lot more of a sandbox thing. We can go where we want to, we can do what we want to. You kind of have to, and I'll explain why as we go. So, credits, scrap, food in the form of space burgers, and we also have fuel as well. So this is drawing from quite a few of my favourite games. It's got a lot of FTL elements in there, a few Breachway elements in there as well, with like the usage of fuel and traversing a galaxy. So we've got a couple of weapons at the moment. We've got twin plasma turrets located on the... which one is it? here. Nice visual indicator as well to show us when it's charged and ready to fire. And then we've got rockets, and there are various kinds of ammunition in the game. We'll get to them. Subsystems, we'll get to that later. And then if we zoom in on the craft, standard door openy closey. Yes, I can vent you all into space if I wanted to. However, we won't do that now. Manning of stations and doing all that stuff. Now, what I want to do is I want poise on shields for now. In fact, you guys swap over. And I'll helm. I'll be on the helm. So we have a bounty level. Hello, K2. We have a bounty level. This increases the more we move around. We also have evasion as well. So one of the things that I really like about that whole Space Burgers thing is if you play as the robots, the more you increase your life support, which is usually the thing in most of these games that does oxygen, the more food you produce. And the robots don't eat food. So the robot playthrough, for me, felt like Space Burger Wagon going around the galaxy, creating burgers out of nothing, and then selling them to space stations for a tiny profit. We may look at that at some point in the future, but yeah, Space Burger Wagon. Right, so this is the sector that we begin in, and it is bordered by this green Aurora Borealis type thing. These need to be avoided. These are the guardians to the next sector within this, well, galaxy. Each one of those dots is visible. These triangles are the gates that jump us across sectors. The exclamation marks are our mission objectives. And then anything that's orange is something that we haven't visited. Anything that's blue is something that we have. Now, what we do want to be doing to begin with is looking for events. We will get to that. In fact, yeah, let's head towards that now. See if we can get ourselves in a little space battle. There's a Tarticon. We'll call them Tarticons. Yeah, Tarticon station in the system, except that right now there's a war raging between the Atari and human gangs. Both are seeking your help. They want you to deal with their opponents and recover valuable supplies from the station. What am I to do? Well, we're human. We'll help the humans, of course. You help the human gangs take over the station. For this, the people share valuable items from the station and other supplies with you. Humans have a tendency to cheat and exploit as well, as it happens, but this time they give you valuable weapons and wish you a good luck. Yo ho me hearties. So we all took damage, but we got a Montu bomb teleporter, of which we have no ammunition for, I don't think. That's fantastic. Now, one of the things that I have found out with this game quite quickly is you can have everything equipped as you can in most games, but you don't have to have it powered for it to be able to be used in certain events. And that bomb teleporter can be used to give us the fabled gold option that you get in these kind of games in various events. So let's keep moving, see if we can get ourselves into a little bit of a space battle so you know that we're going to be putting up. This is one of the things that I don't like about this game. Some of these links are very fucking convoluted, and then you have to kind of try to find how to get to somewhere by going round, and it isn't clear. Like, I don't know, if there was some kind of like black hole here so that I know that these aren't joined, would have been nice. But anyway, I digress, we move on. Flying past the abandoned station, you notice several marks identifying it as a mercenary base. You could always use an extra pair of hands. You decide to look around. The problem is, a mercenary is probably going to be a warrior, and this game is not about boarding actions. Let's try and hire a good mercenary. You search for mercenaries and find a couple of worthy candidates. They immediately agree to serve the famous renegade admiral. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, so the don't know if anyone's ever heard of a game called, what was it called? Armada. What was the board game called? Firestorm Armada. There was a race in that called the Relzoza? Something like, began with an R and had Z's in it and stuff. And they are basically spider people. And that's what these kind of remind me of. But that's, yeah, somewhere between like spider and crab people. The problem with them is they're fantastic warriors, but they eat all the fucking food. So my first thoughts with someone like that, I won't name them, I'll just eject them. There you go. Simple. And then our food situation is still a-okay. Right, carry on. It's one of the complaints that I've seen about this game is people getting into all sorts of binds because they run out of space burgers. So, and all their crew starve and there's not enough space burgers to go around. On your way to the asteroid belt, it becomes clear that there is something wrong here. The stations are silent, no ships in view. You notice strange emissions on your sensors that emanate from a waste recycling module. I will send Vega in. Unlike Void War, it doesn't actually come up with the character names. It'll just refer to you as engineer, but you know who you are, Vega. You send Vega in. I'll ad-lib. You send Vega in, an experienced engineer, to figure out everything out on the site. Vega walks through the station along its technical tunnels, describing to you strange triangles on the wall. And he circles Vega. Later, he finds Tarticon in an irradiated location and brings it on board. Space burgers and parts as well. The asteroid turned out to be a slaughterhouse. The answers are hidden inside Lucky Ticket. That's actually the name of the robot that we just pulled out. Half of its brains have been burnt out. We basically need to go and find another Tarticon to repair it. Into the pirate's den. Now, this is the part where I think most people have struggled with this game. What would we do now? Well, we have an objective in another sector. How do we get to that sector? We have to cross here. How do we cross this? By taking on a gatekeeper. Gatekeepers are bosses. We are not ready for gatekeepers. Instead, let's find some combat. So those little skulls over things, that denotes combat. We want to be trying to visit all of these what's they're orange. Once we hit them, they'll then blow up. We want to be trying to visit them because there can be random events there. There can be random events anywhere, I think, even ones that you visited, but they're more, I think they're guaranteed on orange ones. Now let's get into what we're all here for, shall we? Space combat! This isn't space combat. You fly past a human research station. Oh dear. A scientist from the station contacts you and offers you the job of excavating some old antiquities. You eagerly agree and land at the nearest planet. It's up to you where to dig. I say we're digging the north. You excavate an ancient spaceport in the north of the planet. The ships are ancient models, but their tanks still contain usable fuel. You fuel your ship and gather useful scrap. Cool, fuel and scrap, sorted. Upon arriving, so that was the event, this is now the combat. Upon arriving in the system, you see an unmanned Venator ship drifting nearby that starts moving towards you. They are openly hostile. So again, very much like Breachway in this little divide. And then, as you will see, this game is quite the visual feast. It's a bit more basic than Void War, though. We can just absolutely zap their weapons, and there's not a lot that they can do about it. This is an unmanned craft. Taking the captain out... Oh, I should have healed everybody before we went in here. I'll do that in a minute. I should point out as well, taking the captain out on this, like in Void War, if your captain gets killed, game over. In this game, take out their captain. That counts as a killed all crew victory, which actually gets you more rewards. That's interesting to see this early on. That's very nice. Stream of luck. There is an element in this game of when you first start out, there is not much unlocked. So you just have to roguelike and grind through. then more weaponry will unlock, which then can be harvested up in rewards or bought from shops, which then makes your opening gambit a little easier. Now, we do have the ability to upgrade our vessel on the fly. I don't want to do that because I find that selling your scrap and using the money to purchase upgrades, the same system as this, is more efficient. But we do want scrap because I know a little exploit. I'm hoping it won't be patched out. Now, we do need more energy. EMP in this game, electromagnetic pulse weaponry, is the way. Most definitely. So yeah, as I said, it's a very shiny. It's kind of got all that shine and tint from Breachway in a Void War or FTL, whichever one you played first kind of format. Right, our crew do need healing. I think all of the ships so far have started off with a med bay. So I do wish the med bays were automatically powered, though. It does feel a little bit weird to have to constantly swap power around to, you know, get the med bay online all the bloody time. Alright, boys, you can do weapons. So now we want to pull that out of there and pop that into there. Now, let's go and aim to misbehave. Oh, we've got to wait for the engines to charge up. So yeah, very much your Void War kind of standard affair, but you can all be named. I will be getting some more crew reasonably soon. Now, because we don't have there are things in this that I do like, though. A high level of sensors. Oh, oops. Oh, okay, guess we're going there then. I pressed the wrong button, misclick. One of the things that I like in this, in Void War, there is not a lot of incentive to raise things that should be quite important, like life support and sensors and so on. You can usually get away without them. In this, increasing your life support generates food, which is useful. Increasing your sensors gives you more information about the map. I mean, these are no-brainers. The Venators are looting a former Federation colony right in front of your eyes. As the Renegade Admiral, you have to step up. This cannot be tolerated. Could it not be tolerated? I mean, I suppose there's going to be salvage if we blow them out of the sky. Like a space opera hero, you rush out to defend the colony. A heated battle starts as you kill one Venator after another and emerge victorious. The inhabitants of the colony thank you for saving them with tears in their eyes. This is what being a silver-tongued admiral is all about. Oh, what space burgers. Our characters do have levels and do get skills the longer we can keep hold of them. Unfortunately, the level cap is only level 4. But it will take you a decent amount of grinding to get there, so I suppose that side of things is well done. You will see I didn't like it at first, and it's kind of grown on me, but my small complaint with this game is it's a bit Picardy, actually, thinking about it. It's a bit doddering around the galaxy until we're in a position to do something about the galaxy. Basically, Picard. The new series, Picard. Not Picard in his heyday when he's an almighty starship captain. When he's an old man doddering around the galaxy. That's us right now. The nearest casino station, which you'd planned to bypass to avoid getting into match betting issues, is asking for help. They're paying good money, so you turn the ship around and set an approach course. Yeah, we'll take this job because this is a good one. Okay, Tarticon, we accept the task of transporting fish and chips. Let's say they're those kind of chips. So that will put a mark on the map for us to fly to. Now, we do have some rockets left, but they're finite. We do want to avoid using them, and I want to get this powered up as soon as possible. I also don't want to... We do actually want to take a little bit of damage. Let's fire one rocket off. Okay, that's their weapons out of... well, damage. Zoom that out a little bit there as well. Unlike FTL and Void War, this game's shields is done numerically as opposed to layers. So weapons do a certain amount of damage, that amount of damage then takes off that amount of HP off of the shields. When the shields are down, you then are doing damage to the hull. Different weapons have different properties. More space burgers and more scrap. Right, someone get in there and repair that. Probably should send the engineer. Yes, I know there's no oxygen. Fucking sort it out, lads. There's a medbay right next to you. We'll just get the heal on those guys. I do kind of wish that that carried on. So that's our objective there, which means we're going to Picard back around this way. We'll go for combat here and then go up this way. There's one thing, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. As I said, you'll see the problem with the game as I carry on playing. It's not a bad thing if you like this sort of thing, but I like a little bit more direction in my games. I'm not usually a big sandbox fan. This has just enough direction in it to keep me interested. If it was just purely sandbox and we just fly around here doing missions ad infinitum, I'd lose interest after the first playthrough, but it's kept me interested enough to want to see all the races and do all the bits. And for a quid, well, £1.50 I think it was, or $2 it would be, I've had my money's worth out of it. Let's go and take these guys on. You'll see our bounty level is starting to increase now. We do need to keep an eye on that. You don't know what is waiting for you on the other side? Well, it's good coffee. The signal is too complex and unclear to decipher, but the risk may be worth it. The local system is a graveyard of ships. There is a huge number of massive hulls from different ages of this galaxy, and it's an amazing sight to behold. Let's loot it! You decide to switch from the signal for a while and search the ships from different eras. You find a lot of useful gadgets for flying, maps of different systems and old weapons. Some of your finds will only do for scrap. At the same time, your crew have become more encouraged for fresh adventures. Well done, everybody. So these things here, there is unit morale and there is experience points as well. Upon arriving in the system, unmanned. So because our bounty level is low, these craft are kind of going to be the same. This one's a little bit better armed. So this one we do want to be using rockets on. I do find a lot of the time that you can concentrate on the weapon systems and get a lot of work done. We do need to get this EMP online very quickly though. As long as we're taking levels off of their weaponry, as you can see here, and that is all good. That's our shields down. And that's us out of rockets. So let's kill this. Let's finish this one up nice and quick now. There we go, lovely. Cool. There's no point even having that online anymore because we are out of rockets. Great. So it might not be a bad shout. How much is that going to cost us? 160, and then the energy for it we cannot afford. Where can I shunt energy from? Probably the engines. So I don't want to crash out early on this. Normally I save my scrap for stations, sell it for credits, and then use that to upgrade in dry dock. We need that, and then we need a bit of power. So this is going to take a day. Depending on our bounty level, during the passing of that day, we will consume food. We won't consume hyperdrive fuel because we're not moving, but we can be attacked. The higher this is, the more likely we are going to be attacked. This is why I like to have my vessel damaged at all times a little bit, because we just slowly tick it up and repair, which passes a day, which does use food, but doesn't use fuel, and you will get attacked continuously, which then you are leveling up your crew, gaining more scrap, getting weaponry, getting items, and then it's back to the space station for tea and biscuits and selling all that useless junk. Now we do have some level ups. I am, of course, lucky. So that's a 50% chance of not taking any damage. And of course, Poised is also lucky. And, well, and Vega is, of course... I mean, we could go Hulk for Vega. Now, let's get him lucky as well. We're a very lucky crew. I've got a good feeling about this run. Right, let's go and deliver those space credits. Let's fly back through. Oh, actually, this is where we want to go first. Oh, I should have looked at that. Just wasted a load. Now, in the starting system, from what I can gather, there is usually one station that will buy all of your things at a high price, and then there is one station that will upgrade you quite cheap. So this is the space station. This is nice to see. This is really nice UI. Yes, we can just press on... Oh no, we do have to press on one of them. I thought the options used to appear on the side. Oh, never mind. We can just press on any of them and then switch through the tabs. But it's really nice to see this design UI and actually space docked and nightclub up there probably. Right, let's see which one this one is. So this one is the one that is reasonably cheap to upgrade, but they are buying scrap for crap prices. I want to keep hold of all of these, but I'm not necessarily going to use them all. We need some form of cash though. Think it's going to have to be this for now. It's not great money, but we do need to get off the ground reasonably quick. Let's make sure we've got enough scrap to do some running repairs if I need to. Good. And let us upgrade engines and life support, and then we'll try and get another one of those later. Yeah, that'll do for now. Cool. Right. We are now... I will pick up more crew. Not yet, though. We haven't got the Kishingas for it yet. So that will allow us to bring our lightweight EMP turret online. I would sell these, but they give us those gold options in some of the events that we're going to be coming up against. And they also sell for pretty much garbage here. We might get a better price at other places. Oh, other thing we need is... We are going to need more of this to the point where I will sell enough scrap to get one more. We don't want to be running out. That'll do. As long as we've got enough to make one repair, which is literally coming on here and going 10 scrap and we'll repair 10. And that basically I'm using the repairing of my ship on an incrementally small basis to basically wait a day, because there is no wait a day option and it feels like there should be. So as long as we're a bit damaged, we can always wait. Now we're going to fly up past these two and get to that. Hopefully our weaponry is up to snuff. Stumble upon a strange ship. It is different from the usual ones, but seems hostile. You guessed right, the ship attacks you. Suddenly, with no reason. Prepare for action. Love. That's a lot of shields, man. Fuck. I don't think this is a fight that we can win. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let's see if we can get that opening volley down. Fire, 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 fire. Keep going on the weapon systems. Ow. Oh, strong misses there. Oh, yep, great, yep. Okay, well, that's their shields down. If we can land an EMP shot in there. I knew I'd seen that before. Because Vega's lucky, he was able to dodge suffocation for a minute there. Which, normally I'd be like, come on now, Dad. There's got to be an error there somewhere, surely. But it's actually quite funny. So, dodges suffocation in a decompressed vacuum. Lovely. don't think this is one... Doesn't matter if we take a bit of damage. Okay, we've EMP'd them. So their weapons are offline. We've just got to try and get through their shields. Hits are 100% minus evasion chance. So again, very FTL. We are starting to chip away at their weapons though, and their shields keep on going down and coming back up again. Again, as I said, this is why I don't find this one quite as much of a tactical game as the likes of Void War, because a lot of the time you can just concentrate on holding shots on their weaponry and basically meaning that you can damage them but they can't damage you, and you can get through a lot of fights that way. I mean, I think I've done that in space turn-based combat games since the dawn of Buck Rogers in the 25th century on the Mega Drive. If you go after their weapons, what are they going to do? Board you or move away? You win the battle and take the most valuable things on board. It's only small fry, but still sweet. Now you are ready for sudden enemy encounters. Great. That is not worth it. It really wasn't. Right, they get repairing. Boys, go and sort that out as well. So you did take a bit of hull damage there. I do want to be damaged though, so that when we've got decent weaponry, we can basically wait. And that does consume food, but most importantly, we don't consume fuel. Let's also make my job a little easier. Swap those two. Now then, there's no point going there yet because we've got nothing to take there, so we want to be heading up here. So let's try and do a little more. There's times in this game, because of the animations, or in some circumstances like moving the crew around or lack thereof, it kind of almost looks like one of those adverts for mobile games that are actually not the game. It's really weird. Really weird. Your sensors are picking up a strange signal. It's too difficult to decipher its structure, but you can trace its origins. A mysterious signal in the Atari sector. This could be a trap. Let us... We haven't got very good engine power. Let's record the signal to analyse. As you record the signal, you feel a strange tingling sensation. Oh, there's drugs in that signal. The signal seems to be doing something to you. You quickly screen the signal recording and fly away. You'll be able to get some credits for it at the nearest station. Instead, we got some drone replicants. Pirates been chasing you since you entered the system. They got you, Captain. You're dead meat. I believe the team who made this are Russian. Originally, I was like, hang on, some of this story isn't making sense. Is this AI? I think it's just bad translations in some parts. So, that's better to see. Lower shields, we like that. Now, if I can kill the captain, I will win the fight. You need to concentrate on those weapons though, because I don't want to be taking return fire. Ow, ow. And he will go there to repair it. Our weapons aren't doing the most crew damage though. But if we can kill the captain before we kill the ship, or do him enough damage, either he'll surrender and we got decent space goods, or if we kill the captain, you have a high chance of getting more weaponry. Yeah, that's looking good for me. You can fuck off, mate. Cheers. Yep, we're space pirates already. It's already started. Sorry, everybody. I know we're going to do one of these little goody two shoes playthrough. I knew I'd seen it in the game at some point, but I do love the fact that Vega and Poise can now dodge the effects of suffocation. I just imagine them both in the O2 room repairing, quickly scooting up into the top corners for little snippets of air. Brilliant. Fantastic. Don't take it out, devs. It's funny. Again, it'll just be that, you know, the suffocation condition isn't affected as to whether it checks dodge. or not. And I kind of like it. So I saw it in the game not so long ago, and I was like, did he just dodge suffocation? Yes, he did. I was outraged because it was the enemy that did it. But when I'm doing it, it's funny. So that's fine. Good job on dodging suffocation, everybody. Right, we don't need energy there. Now, one of the things that we can do, we can save on our food supplies by pumping into the life support module. So now you'll see when I go here, -1 burgers, -1 space fuel. Whereas, if I put it back into here, -2 burgers, -1 space fuel. So we can take it out of the engines. As long as we have 1 in the engines, we can move. We can take it out of the engines, put it into the life support module, eat less, or make more food so we eat less during our travels, and then shunt the energy back across into something more useful. We need to keep 1 in there though, otherwise, actually, hang on, if we can dodge the effects of suffocation, well, why do we need O2 in the ship at all? It's like, well, it's 50-50, isn't it? You'll either breathe or you won't. Right, we do have some goods to sell, so let's go to this space station. I think this is the one that'll be good for, yeah, it's space, yeah, corpse starch burgers. No, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Welcome, refugees. Are you trying to break free from the Venerators? So are we. Me and the settler ship are looking for a planet where we are welcome. In the meantime, let's trade! Okay. So, what I have found is, in your starting system, the starship, the space stations that you go into will be of your culture or of your race. That's important, I believe, because that's part of the reason why you get a big discount in some space stations here. So, like, for instance, there, 700 coin to upgrade the generator is quite cheap. 420 to upgrade the shields is quite cheap. We're quite high on energy, so that one isn't either. Yeah, these ones aren't buying for much in the ways of goods either. But, ooh, good weapons. Well, we'll get given those. We do need to make sure that we stay ahead of the curve here. I'm not going to be using drones in this run, so we'll get rid of those. Where I don't like using things that are finite at the best of times, although they are quite good. It might get us an undeserved win as it happens. We've got one of those already. Cool. We need more space fuel, and we don't need space burgers quite so much. Also, I know I'm taking the piss, but space burgers were amazing. Keep that. I know that represents food, but I'm going to call it burgers because it's a burger. But it's great. Let's grab a couple of more space fuel. So basically, we want to make sure that we keep plentiful on space fuel. We'll usually get through doing fights food out there, and we need to keep a little bit of scrap to one side as well. In my experience, usually one of these 2 stations that you start near, and there is usually 2 in this starting sector, is better for sale. Better for selling to, so you make a load of money at one space station and then go and upgrade at the other, and you do that until your ship is powerful enough to pretty much take the rest of the game on. Basically, we're going to be spending the next hour to hour and a half, up to 4, depending on how much I yammer on, which will be a lot, leveling up so that we are prepared for everything else that the game has to throw at us, because that's the way that the game's been done. As you enter the system, you encounter a huge mining ship. You have never seen ships of this size before, but you know they are nicknamed planet destroyers, since they can recycle entire planets into valuable resources. Can't we have one? The ship does not respond to you, but it looks operational. Maybe you should fly in closer. Fly in closer. The ship seems to be operational, but no one has hailed you. You could dock and find out what's going on. I mean, we just dock on those. It's clearly empty. Let's go and loot it. After finding a place to dock, you quickly board the ship. The local miners are mutated under the influence of an unknown virus. You search for survivors and find 2 miners hiding in an armory. You leave the station after a few scraps with the locals. After a few scrapes with the locals. God, English. The miners turn out to be experienced crew members and tell you where to get valuable resources in the vicinity. Hey, we got milk crew, we got bonus crew. There's Kim and there's Von, look. Good old Chang and Joan. Although, man, ladies, I haven't got the space burgers. Really haven't. And pirates. Oh, good. I haven't got the space burgers, ladies. I'm sorry. I might have to just name you and then flush you out of the nearest airlock. Right, we do have enough to kind of repel borders now. So what are you? June, you are shield operator. Poise, you are hyperdrive. So Poise, you're over here now. Poise, you're over here now. June, you're in there now. Was Chang. Chang's another engineer. Put her in there. The different classes obviously grant bonuses. Manning a station, a la Void War, grants a bonus. Manning a station with the correct class grants more. Engineers are better at repairs and extinguishing fires, whereas shields are for shields, weapons are for weapons, hyperdrive and pilot are for their duties respectively. Oh yeah, I better fire weapons, haven't I? Right, they're sending in borders here. Let us do this. Yeah, basically. I need people fighting here. Look at Poise getting in there. Look at the violence. Look at the violence. Space brawl. Can't hit you. Can't hit you, Poise. You're too light on your feet. Dodge, 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 dodge. Well, see, suffocation isn't the only thing that he can dodge. Oh, he's going. Ah, almost. Right. We do want to try and kill their captain, but I think we'll end up totaling their ship before then. Yes, we did. Damn. Good space brawl, though, boys. Well done. Never took a hyperdrive operator for a fucking knuckle sandwich giver-outer. We got space burgers out of it, too. Right. Let's do that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who is that then? So I think Kim, you've got like a fucking foppish haircut, haven't you? That's you then. So Kim can be our shield operator, and Vaughn can be our spare engineer. Although she's actually very important. So both of these are quite high level. In that they're level 3. The rest of our crew are level 2 and still a ways off of level 3. So K2 has Shield Master. After recharging the shields, it switched to 100% charge. It's not a bad skill. The other one is better, but we'll take what we're being given at the moment. Von has Electrician. She basically gives us an additional 2 energy to our reactor, which is very much needed at the moment. So now I can have power to everything at all times. Poise is now going to take control of engines, and we could do with a weapons master at some point. Yeah, that's looking good. Can I level these up? I could, but we're not going to. Right, let's go and get these fucking chips delivered. Jesus. They'll be fucking cold by now, won't they, these space chips? That's what you gamble with in casinos, right? After jumping into the system, you see a giant Tarticon ship. Tarticon. It's Tarticon ship. Usually they are much smaller, but this one could easily compete with the New Reign's colonial ships. A couple of minutes later, it hails you. Let's respond. Hakai Tart greets you. This ship represents an experiment carried out by the Tarticons and the Rakai, volunteers. Please take the fruits of our labour on board. So this is basically the robots experimenting on the spider crab people. I mean, we can always have a look at them and just shove them out the airlock if we don't like it. You agree to take the fruits of the labour on board, and a pod with a Rakhai is sent to your ship. A couple of minutes later, it boards your ship. The creature looks like an ordinary Rakhai, modified with lots of implants. Good time of day. God, he's so chipper to be going thrown straight out the airlock. Good time of day, friends. I've come from the Honourable Research Ship to spread enlightenment all across the galaxy. Now your adventures will gain a more interesting twist. Well, excellent work. Everybody got some experience. And now, I mean, he's so chipper, isn't he? I've got to name him. I've got to name him, haven't I? Indy VR. Because, you know, he comes on board to things of that nature. You know, he's usually got that kind of energy. And also, unfortunately, like Indy VR, you will see that he eats 2 space burgers every fucking day. And I can't have it on my ship. I will not have it. Goodbye, Indy. I did hound the dev of Void War. Or hound is a strong terminology. That when you space people, that you see the body float away. Could I ask for a similar graphic? Just to have the little body tumble down past the screen down here somewhere? When I eject people, it does happen more often than you'd think. So yeah, excellent work, Indy. You go and spread that space enlightenment. That's grand. That's great. Right, off we go. So yeah, less said about Indy VR, the better, I guess, at this point. No, don't tell Indy. Eats too much, get out. And the thing is, I have found, because I've done a few playthroughs, you do get offered those guys, and they're really good, but you don't get boarded very often. When you do, you can usually kill the enemy craft before combat's really resolved, and then you capture the crew that are on your ship, because they've got nowhere to go back to, so they just give up. If you have cryopods. Pirates! Cryopods are our next interesting and needed thing. We haven't got cryopods though, there's no point. So we want to take out their transporters. We also want to try and put the kibosh on their weaponry as well. So let's see what gives first. Great misses. Would have been great to have Indy VR about now, wouldn't it? Is anybody on doors? Yeah, Von is. Cool. Let's fucking space him. That'll do him quite a lot of damage, actually. Handsomely now, he's almost through the fucking doors. Run, boys, run! Huh, that's quite cool. When the door, I've never seen that before. When the door blows up, the door is still openable and closable to keep pressure within the vents, which is a bit of a strange one. So, I mean, that one died. Excellent job, boys, well done. That one did die. So if we close that... Yeah, he definitely smashed that door down. I wonder if that's to do with Von being on doors. Don't know. But yeah, he smashed that door down, but we're still able to close it. So it's... what are they in fucking Star Trek? The shields that maintain atmosphere. They've got a name. I can't remember it now. But then, I don't know, structural shielding, probably something like that, I'd imagine. But yeah, that's. I don't know how I feel about that. When you have your doors blasted off, you know, you kind of got to fucking run. So, but it's yeah. I'd like to think that we're getting that because Von's manning the doors so well, so very well. Right, let's go and deliver the goods. we'll basically get a bunch of credits for this, which you can then use to upgrade our ship. That's not a bunch, but we did get some space burgers and more fuel, which is always needed. Now, can we upgrade this? We can upgrade our weapons, which then means that we can bring the missile launchers online. But I want better. But we do have decent rockets. Let's go... Okay, again, I like to sell the scrap, but for some reason, like every start I've had previously, one of the stations upgrades you cheap, so it might have been a random thing and I just got lucky. One of the stations upgrades you for cheap, and then the other one usually buys your goods at quite a high price. You're selling a piece of scrap for like between 4 and 5. So in this run, it's probably better off using the scrap to actually upgrade the ship. This wastes a day, we lose food, but we don't lose fuel, and then because we've got a reasonably high bounty, we get attacked again. Every time we're being attacked is doing something for us. If not getting weaponry and extra bits and pieces, or scrap, we're at the very least getting experience for our crew, and abilities are fucking awesome. In this, that's their weapons fucking EMP'd to the 9s and out of commission. You lock down a weapon system with EMP damage, they ain't coming back from that, because you can just continually batter it. There should be a cooldown on this, but... So, if you do get this game, or you like this kind of game and you're going for it, trust me, go EMP. And there's a reason why you would go EMP as well, that evolves as your ship gets better. Which I will explain soon. Right, let's keep on traveling to these orange dots for events. Sweltering here again. Hang on, I'm going to go in a fucking door. I mean, it's not like that heat that we had the other day where it's just like fucking close. But it's still pretty bad. There is a war going on in the Rakai system. Ain't that a surprise? So yeah, the Rakai, although they are basically space spider crab things, they're very Klingon in their ways. Ain't that a surprise? As in very warlike. You are contacted by the vanguard of the host system's fleet, asking you to take their side in the battle for the Great Legacy. You have no idea what to do. Oh, I know what to do. So because we have a level 5 or higher armory, we can destroy it all. You activate all of your ship's combat systems and almost completely annihilate the Rakai fleet with a few precise salvos. The crew is thrilled. Yeah, you should be. And you feel like a real admiral. I am. You collect everything useful left on the battlefield. We like those gold options. Loads of space fuel. Good stuff. And a little bit of experience for all. And everybody is well fed, which means speed, movement, and damage in close combat and repairs is increased. So we like that also. Take sides? Why take sides when you can just annihilate them all? It's total anarchy on the Rakai station again. You're getting the picture of how the Rakai operate pretty much everything. Getting a face full of plasma is quite common here. There are 2 clans dividing spheres of influence on the station, and both are offering you jobs. We take those jobs. The Rakai prefer negotiating with outsiders in their own territory. You quickly solved a couple of minor problems and earned a reward. Now you need to ensure that somebody doesn't solve you on your way back to the ship. Cool. Drone replicants there are drones in this. They are very powerful if your ship can have them and you can accommodate the power for them. But like missile launchers have missiles for ammo, drones have drone replicants for ammo. Every time you use them, you use a drone replicant. I've had some very good drone-only runs already. Look at this bollocks as well. Combat hasn't even started. I can't even target their ship, yet this prick has already shot at us. Absolute Tartakan. Well, that's your weapons out of commission. That'll fucking teach you, won't it? What you can do at this stage as well is once you've kind of got their weapons EMP'd, you can then start using your other weapons to concentrate on crew and other sections. But honestly, whilst we're EMPing it, we're also damaging it. And you can see those lovely effects, and we've also set it on fire a little bit there as well, I think. So, the red sections denote there's no oxygen in there as well. Flame does seem to stick around a little while in no oxygen environments, does a bit of damage, as you'll see here, and then fucks off. As opposed to Void War, and I assume FTL, where no oxygen, flame gone. Cool. And we are making our ways to our level 3s with all of our crew. Good. I'm sure it didn't say I was a Renegade Admiral the first time I played it through, but I've obviously played through this story, so... right, we ain't ready for that, so we carry on exploring. And so I think this is the sticking point that a lot of people have had problems with this game on, is they've tried to go for their next objective, which is completely logical, but then got absolutely fucking curb stomped by the boss. And it's not implied by the game that, like, you need to fucking gather stuff and level up before you can even dream about taking that fucker on. As you enter the system, you get a signal from the nearest colony, located on the ice giant. They need help. Will you answer the call? Could be that good guy run coming. Accept the signal. A human hails you. He introduces... you know I'm here for the loot. It's nothing to do with good guy. I mean, we're here for the loot. You lot, greedy. You lot are here for the loot. A human hails you. He introduces himself as the elected supervisor of the research colony. Their life support system has failed, and I can hear the world's smallest violin playing in the background. And by violin, I mean the money. Failed, and inhabitants are in danger of freezing to death. They request your assistance. We do have an engineer on board, so that might lead to the engineering option. We can transport everybody out of the colony. Oh, they're just going to end up eating all of our space burgers. No, we'll just offer to help repair. You have to help the repairs. At first, the scientists are skeptical about your knowledge of engineering and life support systems, but they soon realise that you've managed it. Well done, Von and Vega, you're the engineers. The station comes back to life and the scientists share the fruits of their labour in gratitude. What's this now? Hey, more weaponry. Excellent. And not missile-based weaponry either. Perfect. We now have a Mark I crusher. Let's pop that. We actually haven't got any ammunition for that. We haven't even got the power for that, so there's probably no point putting it on. Yeah, these are both 2-power weapons. Arguably, though, I think it does a lot of hull damage, but not much shield damage. 4 on the reload, time 9. So slower firing, but heavier hitting. I'd rather have faster firing because there's percentage chances of hit. So we'll stick with that for now, but we'll try and level up our weaponry so we can get more energy into this. Oh, hey, Doc. Oh, we haven't got the energy to do it yet. Anyway. Cool. Off on more fancy space adventures. You'll also see we have... This is nice to see as well. A nice, neat little legend with everything on it so that you can identify, just in case anyone was wondering what these symbols are. A nebula just basically means we won't have sensors for that battle. I think that's the only downside. So, let's carry on carding across the galaxy. When you enter the system, you almost ended up colliding with a pile of Tarticon debris in the planet's orbit. Looking closer, you notice a junkyard planet that once belonged to the Tarticons. Who knows what secrets it's hold? Bar weep, na weep, ninny bomb? 10 out of 10 if you get that reference. We will explore the area. You decide to land on the planet. A couple of minutes after your arrival, you get a mysterious signal resembling an encrypted Tarticon message. Look for the signal or switch on the local Tartarcon. Let's switch on a local Tartarcon. You find a relatively intact Tartarcon and try to switch it on. Fortunately, your knowledge is sufficient to bring it back to life. I'll put that one down to Von and Vega. The Tartarcon is happy, but the Tartarcon is anything but happy with you. No, did he gone? You're bringing it to its senses, yet it tells you that it died back when this place was a Tartarcon colony. It doesn't know what happened. You are just about to leave when suddenly the Tartarcon asks you to take it with you. He's clearly uncomfortable here. Excellent, free robot, everybody. And it's taking fucking Kim's job. As you enter the system, you run into a Venator. A fight cannot be avoided. This one's a destroyer class, so because our bounty level has increased past 3, the level of enemy gets harder. That is good though, because the rewards increase. Although the battle does become tougher. Let's get those on, and let's get power to the rockets. So this one's going to be a bit of a fight. Same tactics though. Gun down their shields, and then I'm going to gun down their weapon base, and then I might try and kill that. Now you'll see here we have a little Tartarcon. They are incredibly squishy, but you know what? They're my favourite thing in the game. Do you know why? Because unlike the rest of you fuckers, it doesn't need oxygen, it doesn't need food, it's free. It's squishy, but it's free. If I have my way, I'll be replacing you all with Tartarcons at some point in the near future. Who did it? What was it? It's a shield operator. So Kim's kind of become irrelevant. Oh God, Kim. Those airlocks are looking awfully inviting, aren't they? We'll put the Tartarcon on sensors for now, and Kim can keep her job. Come on, gun it down. Bond, go and help Vega repair those weapons. Cool, right, that's one level of its weaponry down. I'd like to try and kill their captain here, but it may mean taking quite a lot of damage, and I don't really want to do that either, so keep firing for now, and let's just fucking get through this in, oh yeah, reasonably one piece. Let's loose another missile off the chain. Now, what should happen here is we do enough damage to this weapon system, kill the Tartarcon that's there, the captain will then come here, and he might die to just us concentrating firepower on that compartment. There we go, that's one of their guys down. Now, let's switch things up a little bit. Which one does more crew damage? 15, 10, finite, infinite. Okay, let's try this. Let's really concentrate on the captain. Cool. Cool, and because he's taken damage, he surrenders. We do need space food, we're getting a little low. This is just the surrender though, this isn't the captain death. You get a lot more rewards, or can get a lot more rewards for captain's death. But they usually surrender when the ship is on death's door. So if I refuse this, we'll just end up getting a load of scrap, and this is actually quite useful to us, so we'll take it. Bye-bye. Fuck off. Right. Let's get these guys healed. I'm playing this in 1x speed at the moment. We can put it up to 1.5. I find that quite useful in the early days of this game whilst we're healing up our crew. Look, see, Tartarcon, it may be squishy, but if it gets damaged, it doesn't take very long to fucking heal it either. They are so much better than you lot, they really are. I feel a spacing coming along soon. Let's hope we don't get anybody else's fucking roles replaced. Right. Let's... Ooh. Now, we could do with getting that life support module up another level. We might have the scrap. I don't think we've got the Yeah, we need the energy as well, so at this point it's just a... How much spare? Oh, we have got a spare piece of energy. In fact, yeah, let's do it. So we're going to upgrade our life support systems to maximum. And that a day hath passed, which means we now get another encounter, which is kind of good. We do want more encounters. That's a fucking nasty vessel, though. What the shit is this? Why are they sending this in at me already? All right, let's see if we can gun down their weapon systems. Missiles completely ignore shields, so they're very good. Hopefully they hit. If we can't get through their shields or at least get a rocket hit on these, we're going to have to flee. Good, good, good. As long as we can keep on hoffing down their weapon systems, we should be able to war of attrition them. Although it is costing us in missiles, but too bad, I think. Not doing a lot of damage though. This is going to take some time. The captain's taking some damage though because of it, which is good. Fire on board as well, plus no oxygen. These are combinations we like to see. Good. Now, dare I? Oh, no, wrong one. Dare I? So, I know where the captain's going. He's going to the medical bay. Let's blow it up. Oh, let's keep the EMP, though, suppressing their weaponry. Oh, they're both going there now. Good. Good. So, we kind of have them right where we want them. It's whether we can do enough damage before we blast the ship out of the sky. Yep. Come on. Burn. Burn. Got him. Cool. So if their ship disappears and nothing happens, it kind of looks the same as... it doesn't do the destruction animation. And then it says, the end has come, but not for you. You quickly collect the resource and continue on your way. So you'll see here we get a whole ton of scrap, a weapon, and some food as well. We also lose from our bounty because those were pirates. Pirates take away from your bounty. Everything else I find adds to it. I think we get more experience for a captain kill, which is the same as a crew kill in Void War. But you definitely get, as I think it should be, more loot for killing the crew and leaving the ship intact, or killing the captain and leaving the ship intact. So we could use that now and just add an extra weapon to our complement that doesn't need missiles, because that... Oh no, it's a fucking tour as well. So I'm looking at these, they're energy needed 2. This is where rockets and stuff come in. They have a low energy and can put out a fair amount of damage. Right, let's do that and that. So now we are only losing 2 space burgers a turn. Have we got a space station nearby? We have. Cool. So, we are fairly damaged, and we have a reasonably high space bounty. Let's make use of these factors. So we're going to spend a little bit of our space scrap to repair ourselves. This will cost us food, and may get us another encounter. A day has passed. Oh look! As you enter the system, you run into a Venator. Battle cannot be avoided. Now, the other thing to note as well, some Venator vessels are unmanned. If you see somebody talking to you, though, they have got a captain. If they have a captain, the captain can be killed, and then we can get better rewards. We might be able to concentrate on and kill the captain in short order, because this thing hasn't got a lot in the ways of weaponry. Having said that, our weapons aren't doing a lot of crew damage. Let's try and suppress their guns. We don't have to take damage, I don't want to. No, that's going to die before we can... The ship's going to die before we can kill the captain, so... Destroying a ship usually gets you a reasonably good yield of scrap and can get you fuel and food. Killing the crew often gets you additional weaponry, which then at the very least sells back at a space station. If we had cryo chambers on board, you can capture who you don't kill on your ship. You can then exchange them at the space station to lower your bounty. I'd like to have been able to have been given the option to sell them into slavery or bounties or what have you, but I am a sadistic motherfucker. So Poise here has got a choice for us. We can either have it so when entering a system with a combat event, the hyperdrive is fully charged. That means that we'd be able to get straight out of there. Now, a lot of the time, we'll be able to wait until our engines are charged enough before we can get out. Adding an engine, a point of energy to the hyperdrive means that we don't have to spend it there, which in essence frees up a point of energy, which then means we can put more into our weaponry. And what I'll do is we'll do one of those, wait another space day, and now we can bring all of our weaponry online. So this one has a captain as well. Is this a more powerful variant, or is this... No, so this is a more powerful variant. So we'll put our shots on there, we'll put our EMP on there, and we'll try and do a little damage with that with the missile launcher. This glowy stuff that's happening on their ship is various things that like increase shield recharge rates. They also do things like increase evasion, lower hours, various things. These are all abilities that we'll hopefully get later on as well. Fire some more rockets in there and try to kill that captain before we kill their ship, but I don't think it's going to happen. Ooh, okay. Here we go. The enemy surrenders and offers the following. So that is quite a good weapon, a heavy plasma cannon. Very expensive on energy. Decent amount of food, decent amount of fuel. We'll take it. But it does increase our space bounty by a full plus, well, that should say 0.1. Doesn't increase it by 1. Cool. Right. Good. Yes. Well done, everybody. Now, let us manage our weaponry a little bit better. Let's get rid of... Oh, no, don't eject it. No. Let's pop that there, and... So a crusher is good hull damage, which we don't want to be doing. Decent system damage, but crap shield and crew damage. Whereas a plasma turret is low damage, good shield, and good crew damage. So that is what we want. Hello, weebs. We want to be concentrating on crew damage. And for the simple reason, we want to be killing crew. If we can kill those captains... We can, if you concentrate on the captains in this, once shields are down, you blast their captain. And when they're on low enough health, they will always go to the med bay. So you blast them where they are, wait until they're going to go med up, blast them in the med bay, and it's victory. And and you get better rewards because of it as well. So a reasonably simple loop for what it is, but we like it. Right, let's head towards here, and we'll go via here for some more combat. So this was my problem with this game to begin with, is you kind of like trying to get the snowball going, and it takes a while. But once you get the snowball going, you're pretty much unstoppable. The only other way to play this game is try and go through the chapter objectives straight away and get your head caved in. I don't like that doing that. I don't like it. As you enter the system, you run into a Venator. A fight cannot be avoided. Cool. Another one. So now we should be able to do things a little bit differently. We'll concentrate on our EMP on their weaponry, and we will concentrate our crew killing stuff on their bridge, which also has the effects of lowering their evasion, which then means that we'll score more hits on their weaponry. Their weapons are now EMP'd fully and out of commission, and their captain is going down nicely. And that's their captain. Remnant Protocol looks better. Give over, Weaves. Give over. That wasn't great rewards from that. That was not great rewards from that. But again, we took that down faster than going through its hull. And those, as we said as well, these Tarticons are quite squishy. So they make great captains, if you ask me. Let's loop around this way. We've got plenty of fuel. We're getting a little low on food. You're not wrong, Doc. You're not wrong. As you enter the system, you run into the battle will never be avoided on this stream. Yeah, we want fights. This is all building up experience and loot and all that good stuff. So this one's going to be a little tougher, but same again. We're going to concentrate on the captain because we've got some crew-ish killing weaponry, and then EMP the fuck out of their weapon systems so that we don't take any return fire. Hello, Shanti. I think we get more experience for a crew kill as well. Again, I did say often, didn't I? It isn't as often as I would like to get weaponry, but you do get it more often doing crew kills than not. The more we do before we hit a space station, the more we'll be able to advance. And it's not like we're running low on food or fuel, so it's all good. We'll do a few more battles. There's going to be quite a bit more of this as well. I timed it earlier without me reading out every fucking event and like dicking around and chatting with you lot. Obviously all of these things were not happening when I was doing it. Took me about an hour and a half to get where I needed to, of basically grinding. It's not an unfun grind because you can quickly get to the point where you can just have every fucking vessel that you go up against in a chokehold, providing you get a decent EMP weapon. As you enter the system, you run into a Venator. It's going to die. Oh dear. Fantastic. Excellent job, Shanti. Much better than my giveaways. Right. Let's let their captain have it, and then let's have their weapon system get EMP'd. Power. There you go, go help. There we go. Captain knocked out. And they're not being very generous on the old fucking weaponry. Buggers. Right, let's get one healed up. Oh, no, let's take it out of shields for now. Okay, speed time up as well. You can level this up so that this process becomes faster. This feels like just nickel and diming the player's time, but I don't know. It's not too bad, I suppose. Well, yeah, I suppose there is that. I'm barely doing the giveaways. Right, let's get that back into shields. Good. Yeah, it's the only problem with Kim at the moment. We'll see how this Tarticon comes along. Oh, you've got Shield Master as well. I prefer the other ability that you get. I'm not a big fan of Shield Master. She can't get nice big shields, but hopefully we won't need them. Let's have a look. More combat there. Yeah, let's go there and then we'll head to the space station. See about trading in all of these goods. Get some more space burgers. Pirates! Good. This we can take. So again, we concentrate on the captain with our weaponry that does decent crew damage, and then we suppress their weaponry with the MPs. And hopefully that'll be all she wrote, and they won't get a chance to really retaliate much. Cool. They surrender. Again, this is all useful. We'll take it. And Vegas got his level up. Perfect. We will now. this is building this game for the future. You know how I'm EMPing their weapons down? They'll start doing that to us later. If we don't have an engineer with EMP protection, we're kind of fucked. Although this is really good, adds 2 levels to an occupied system. This is how you can kind of like overclock systems. But for now, I think what we'll do, we could make Von be that. Then, okay, yeah, we'll let Vega be that, and then Von can. Oh no, she can't. She's already got. Okay, she's already got the electrician ability. We need another engineer, but that one is important to future build. I find. Again, I found a lot of people like, oh yeah, I get so far into the game and then I just get fucking EMP'd to death and I can't win. It's like, well, yeah, because you haven't got any EMP protection. I know it's quite a flippant thing for me to say. It's like, well, I didn't realise I'd need it. It's like, well, yeah, you've probably been playing that way up until this point. Again, it took me a couple of runs to realise this. One of the things that I do like doing with my engineers when they can put additional energy in is they can then basically go and be ship's Neelix and go and sit in there and make more space burgers for us. We can actually get into a profit on space burgers. You heard my earlier example of playing as the Tarkon vessel and basically being a space burger wagon. It was brilliant. Brilliant experience. 10 out of 10. Alright, let's head down here. I don't know how many days it is before a station changes its supplies up, but that seems like information that would be nice to have on a space station that you visited or you have sensors on. Devs, just in case they're watching. And you do God's own work, Von. We're all very proud and ecstatic about the work you do during the key giveaways. Without you, there would be no key giveaways because I wouldn't be able to do it. Can't do both. It's bad enough talking and trying to play the game. Terrible behaviour. Right, have you lowered your prices yet? No, you have not. You at least giving me decent prices on this lot. No shit prices. Yeah, right. Let's get rid of those because we don't need them yet. Yeah, let's get rid of that too. And get rid of that. And get rid of that. Cool. So we're getting there. So the snowballing is starting to take effect. What is that? Plasma accelerator. Is there anything that we can get a leapfrog on? Occasionally you'll come in here and you'll see like a blue or a purple weapon, and if it's within your remit to purchase, it is well worth doing so. Yeah, that's a blue, so that's a rare. It's also a rare. I want to get that plasma turret replaced. Haven't really seen the benefits of more upgraded rocket launchers because they just the ammunition that's the power, but some of them do fire volleys, I think. Right. Don't usually like selling space fuel, but we'll just have to get more. We'll leave ourselves with 20 jumps. We'll sell the rest. Good. Who have we got? People's wise. I want a weapons operator. We have a pilot. Me. We have a hyperdrive operator. We have engineers up the wazoo. If anything, we have too many shield operators because the robot does Kim's job. God, it's like semen extraction all over again. He's just being replaced by machinery, Kim. Right, we do need that at some point. So it's quite cheap. We'll get it now. Do want to upgrade this. Do want to put a point into shields, and we do need more energy. So that's quite a nice spread there. Cool. And this parts selling price is rubbish. I'm used to getting double that. Right. So that gives us a little bit more shields to work with now, which is nice. And now we're basically going to, unless I can buy any more missiles, we are going to sit in space and rage. I do want to get a chrono chamber as well. So many things, not enough coin. Right. Oh, right. Good. I mean, that's not great, but this is important. Cryo chamber. Yes, please. So now I have the ability to put Kim on ice. So now that she's frozen, solid, now that Kim's frozen, she has no say in me selling her, basically. So you, I did think it was quite cool. You can't sell crew normally, but if you put them in cryostasis, you can sell them, and you get a reduction in your bounty level. That's important, because when things start getting a little bit over our heads as far as bounty level is concerned, we can reduce it. By having a cryo chamber, there is a decent likelihood. Get out of the cryo chamber, Kim. God, she likes it in there. Guaranteed rest. When you have your crew in there as well, they obviously don't consume resources, but we want this for prisoners, and that's how we would get our bounty level down. So again, a nice touch. No, dude, that's not a bad thing. There's times when I've had keys and I haven't advertised my streams maybe as much as I should, so that, you know, you lot get the keys, but it's all then fair and square. There is the other element as well that I always think of. When you're doing a key giveaway, who's going to then reduce their chances of winning a key by telling other people about it? It's not a great economy. It's not a great economy to operate in. It really isn't. Oof. Yeah, I think I just finished my stream, and then I spent the next hour or so like editing, because it's a Wednesday, so it was a difficult one for me to attend. I did have it on in the background, but I'm obviously not going to say anything because I don't want to get trapped in your giveaway. Right, hopefully bring down that weapon system. Shields are holding just. Good. Right, that's their weapons down. Now let's see about removing their captain at the same time as destroying their bridge and keeping their weaponry system suppressed with EMP goodness. I like how slow our systems are coming back. Oh, it's because Kim, get back on the shields, Kim. It's because I put her in the cryo tubes to demonstrate. Got him. Got him. Ooh, a lightweight cutter. Cool. Decent amount of scrap. Decent amount of crap. Decent amount of experience. We have captured one of their crew. You were frozen. By me putting you in and out of the cryo tube, it moves you on the ship to the cryo base. It's a shit. I thought that was what we wanted, but it's not. It's not a bad weapon, but I think it's more about hull damage than it is crew damage, and as I've shown, we won't be doing crew damage. Yeah, it's not very good on shields, but okay on everything else. Yep, that's a seller. That's a seller. Right, let us use some of our scrap and make our hull bigger. We don't need to do that just yet. So now we are basically going to wait here and get a few rounds of combat under our collective belts. More pirates, good. So this is what I mean by you're kind of having to make the game loop work for you as opposed to the game loop actually working naturally. You're having to force it in it. I mean, you know I like to nickel and dime and exploit my way through games. I can't see another way to do this. I really can't. So let's get their weapon systems down and out. No, I did see that actually, Shanty. I did watch the what I missed at the beginning as well. But no, that was cool. Right, that's their weapon systems down. Their captain is trying to help. He's being blown to bits. This is good. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shanty only did that to get the female grunts into his stream. Typical Shanty that is, isn't it? Typical. Know where the captain's going. Let's blast it. Suppress the weapon systems. Kill the captain. That's how you take a well out of our class fight out reasonably easily. Cool. Lovely. More space waiting. So yeah, this is why I like to have my ship damaged to a reasonable amount, and then each time we do a 10 scrap repair, we get combat. And this is making us, over time, although we do have to keep an eye on our food, that is the only thing that will run out. So we want to be taking food where we can. Another nice feature here as well, I don't know if you saw in the background there, the ships that we've previously defeated start piling up at the bottom. Again, it's the little things in these kind of games that I, for some reason, pay attention to. I don't know why. This one shouldn't be too difficult to take out. Let us EMP the fuck out of their weapon systems. Good. That's a captain kill. Good. More food, more fuel. Keep us here for another day. And again, we've also got, we're getting more scrap than we're losing on repairs. We're getting fuel. Our food's stable-ish. And we're slowly repairing. And we're all slowly getting experience as well, which then makes our crew better. Yeah, look, see. Down the bottom there. Space corpses piling up. We better... Actually, no, this one should be okay. Suppress the weapons with the MP. Use the cannons to kill the captain. Was he still on fire? He was. Excellent. They stay on fire like they should. Cool. We did capture another crew member here. But we haven't got the cryo tube space. So it's out the airlock. Bye-bye. Can we have them floating into space, please, devs? Please? Right. With that in mind, we do need to upgrade that. And I want to get a higher level on our cryopod, because then we can have 2 captives. And this basically then means that when our bounty gets to a point where we can't compete with the enemy that are coming after us, back to the space station, settle the prisoners, bounty comes down, start the grind again. And we'll slowly be getting powerful. Yeah, they're really stacking up down there. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Knockout. So the knockouts are coming thick and fast. We're capturing people. We're leveling up. We're getting good stuff. Perfect. And we're not hemorrhaging damage. And we're also, you know, occasionally upgrading stuff as well. I do need to get more cargo space, but we're not hankering for that right now. I think we can afford 1 or 2 more fights here. And then it's back to the station for tea and biscuits. To make this grind a little easier, the other thing I will say as well, nowhere in the game, I don't think, does it say about cryopods and their abilities. I picked them up because I was like, might be a decent thing to have later on. And then I realized that when you do crew kills, you can put them in the cryotubes. I don't think it gives you the option of taking captives if you haven't got somewhere to store them. So again, a bit of a hidden mechanic, which is quite key to the game. Your sensors detect a cluster of ships, which turns out to be an unprotected fleet of transport vessels. This is a very good event. Now what do? Do we fly closer and see how they react? Do we attempt nothing? No, sir. Attack. Now if we can bring this down, we'll get a lot out of it. If we can get the captain to... we want to take this one out first. So this is another thing that I like, is there's two things of combat going on here. We want to take that one out first. I don't think they've got weapon systems though. So this is... Hang on, no, that's the transport vessel. They haven't got weapons. So this must be the transport vessel. Cool. Hopefully, we won't take any damage from this. Oh, it's very squishy. Kill that captain. Oh, they've got drones. Where's your drone command console? Let's see. That isn't on there. Drones are... they're a fucking nightmare. They just do little chip damage, and it really fucking adds up. And I don't think I've got the ability to take it offline. Yeah, I don't even know what it's tied to. It doesn't show anywhere. Cool, well, we'll just kill the captain really quickly before we lose all of our shields. Okay, there goes our shields. Come on, kill that captain. Kill him, kill him. Right, he's going for the medbay. Kill him. But yeah, multiple ships in combat is a nice touch. Again, I don't know if that's an FTL thing or not. So you've got drones, but there isn't a drone thing to eliminate. This is bullshit. Absolute horseradish, this is. Cool, well, concentrate on the captain then. Since I can't take his drones offline. Are taking damage though. This should be quite a big reward. You destroyed the ship and took everything you could before leaving. Oh man, that's pathetic. I've got like 50 odd space burgers and like 50 odd fuel from that before, but it might have been a different event. So, and who's this now? Shield operator, another one. So I usually find the higher the level, the operator. Bye-bye, space robot. Hello, Sophia. The higher the level, and level 4 being the max, the more they are worth in reducing your bounty. So we did take a fucking paste in there as well. Stupid fucking drones. Right, make it go and seal that up, please. I'm never gonna get hold of that dodging suffocation. Brilliant. How could? Where'd you even start with that? How'd you dodge suffocation? No idea, but I like it. Right, let's get everybody tip top. Ooh, I've got a skill. Now, am I a natural born ace or do I have a steady hand? Now, because a lot of the time we run the ship at a lower HP than full, this is actually quite good. 0.2% evasion for every 1% HP loss. So we're at about 50%, which would then be 25%. Natural born ace, hull damage is halved. So that is probably just the better choice out of these two, even though I keep the hull reduced. I mean, it's lower than 50%, but it's still not much on evasion. So this will just stop the chip damage. Yeah, the combat work, it's a lot more visual and a lot more pleasing on the eye in this game. That's not why I like it though. I like it because it's different. I also like it because it only cost me £1, you know, so but yeah, if it does, you know, I guarantee you'll get your money's worth out of this game whilst it's currently on sale. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Let's do that one, that off, that off. Let's do that. Right, we do need to worry about our food situation, so let's head back to the station. Yeah, as I said, it's the one thing with this game is it doesn't have that clear get from here to here, advance, get from here to here, advance, and do stuff along the way. It's kind of like there's an objective over there, do things, go on, go do things. And like, it wasn't apparent to me that that was what you were supposed to do, so I fell into the same trap of, right, well, my next objective is in the next system. It wouldn't possibly give me too hard a fight for me to get into the... Oh, no, I'm dead. So, yeah. Ooh, Trigon is ready for an upgrade. I hate these level 4 abilities. Consume 1 fuel. At this point, I lose interest in the rest of the text message. Consume 1 fuel. And I've lost interest. Although out of these 2... I mean, neither of them are going to get used, so it doesn't really matter. But of the 2 of them... doubles maximum shield value for 30 seconds. It's probably that one. But that's Kim's job. Or even though the robot does do it better. Sorry, Kim. Just saying. Right. Oh, that's low. It's really low. Okay, well, we're not using it, so it needs to go. Gone, gone, gone. We're not using the rockets. They can go too. I haven't got the money to get the weapon upgrade to be able to put the lightweight cutter on as well. So, but we have got a decent amount of scrap. That pains me, but we need the money. Anything good? Ooh, yeah, we'll have one of those. And that's only a 1 energy as well. Awesome. Right, so we're not going to be using that anymore. So let's do that. And now we just need to get weapons power to it, which means we need 1 of them. 1 of them. We ain't got the money. What are we closer to getting? Closer to getting that. What else can we trade in? We don't need anywhere near that amount of scrap. To be fair, we only need about... Oh, we don't need about that. Probably need about 50. It's not enough. You know what? We're going about this the wrong way. I'm still working on the premise that it is better for me to sell things and upgrade here. It's probably better for us to do the work ourselves. Let's go back and have a look. Just sold a bunch of scrap as well. 220, 500. So 280 gets us the ability to use all of those weapons. That's important. Oh, fuck, I didn't put prisons in. Just as well we're at a space station. I think you can be attacked at a space station, but there's a lesser chance of it. So, Sophie, off you go. And Katana, or whatever your name is, off you go. And now our bounty level is... It will go back up quite quickly, but it does give us a little rest. We do need food. Space burgers for all! We get enough. That'll do. And it is 50 per slot for food and fuel. It's 300 for scrap. Those are things worth knowing. Now we just basically want a load more space scrap, and then we can upgrade our own things, but we also need to be doing repairs whilst we're out there as well. So let's try not to blow up everybody. That'd be grand. Where am I nicking the power from? I'm nicking the power from here because we've got loads of space burgers now. Cool. So now that our bounty is low, we need to actually be visiting systems where there is an enemy presence. But we should find these fights with this amount of weaponry quite trivial. And these will be lower end fights because the bounty is low. So we're going to concentrate our EMP on their transporters so we don't get... Ooh. So you remember how I said if they transport to us and then we blow their ship out of the sky, we keep the person transported? Yeah. Let's just concentrate on their weapons and see what happens. We'll probably blast them out of the sky before they teleport over. Oops. Well, that's not much scrap, but this will start going up. We just need to be taking fights now. Taking fights, getting food, getting scrap, leveling up, and doing all that good stuff. At least we've got destroyers coming in, so that's not bad. Also, if you manage to go under 0.0, this does seem to go into a negative, but it doesn't display. I think it should. There should be like a we're at plus bounty or something. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't because it would confuse the system. I don't know. Right. We should be able to kill this captain reasonably easily. He says. Without taking any damage. Boo. So, cool. More space food. We need that. These ones here, rapid fire EMP blasters. Mark 3s of those you can trust. They're very good. Fire multiple shots, quick charge time, standard damage across everything. Hull, shield, crew, systems. And they're doing continual ticks of EMP damage, which is exactly what you want because it builds. So now, as I said, we want to be flying around space going after these combats. And then when our bounty gets high enough, then we'll start fucking rage sitting and eating burgers in space until things attack us. That's more like what I was expecting to come after us. I need to sort these weapons out. They're in the wrong order. Oop. Cool, that's good to see. We'll take that. Thank you very much. Because we do need fuel. And he was probably going to die if we didn't do that anyway. There you go, we're up to 1.1. So your bounty seems to increase quite a lot if you accept surrenders. I assume that's them getting away and telling everybody about you, and your bounty level increases accordingly. So we'll do more of that. I know what you're thinking. 2 hours, though, and you've gone nowhere. I know. Oh, I know. 2 hours, you've gone nowhere, and you've been doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, welcome to sandbox gameplay, people, because that's basically what this is. Starts out as a sandbox and then kind of becomes an FPL later on. Right, I don't think this is going to survive long enough. Let's just mash its weapons into the dirt. I do wish as well, because of how I'm playing it, and I did look in the buttons to see if there was a way I could grab all weapon systems to target the same thing. See, I wonder if that would be a nice for player convenience, but I don't think you're supposed to do it that way. Knockout! More scrap, good, and more food, all needed. And then because that was we probably do have the weaponry to take this on, but I'd rather make sure we can definitely win, and we do need to put some repairs in. I want at least an HP buffer for that fight. So we're literally flying around now, getting our bounty level purposefully up, chowing down on space burgers. We want scrap. This one's unmanned, so we'll just blast the weapons to bits. I would love to see this in Void War 2. This sheen, but the core gameplay of Void War. Perfect fucking game. The one thing that I will say is this isometric view as opposed to the top-down can be a fucking nightmare for grabbing hold of crew and selecting the right compartments and doing all the right things. Not that there is anything wrong with Void War, I might add as well. Void War is a fantastic game and well worth your time. It's not going to win any graphics awards, and we're not graphics tarts on these channels either, so neither does it matter. Yeah, let's start buffing up our health a little bit. We'll rage sit. So that's the other thing that you can do. You can tick up your health whilst your bounty is low. That will then regenerate enemies in your close proximity, which you can then go and travel to. Unmanned. These are low level. But yeah, hopefully what I've shown you in these first 2 hours will... As I said, I've seen a lot of people in the reviews and such complaining of this gameplay loop. It's not very guided. It's not a very good gameplay loop because it's leaving a lot of it down to the player and then leaving a lot of mystery out there. So that's the sort of thing where people who aren't patient enough will just be like, fuck this, and I've put an hour in, I've just been stomped by the boss, I can't even get to my objective, fuck this game. But if you've only paid £1 to get to that, it's not too bad. So I suppose the question is, would I pay £20 for this? In a world where Void War didn't exist? Maybe. Would I pay £1 for this? Definitely. There are games that I have bought in VR for £1 that I wish I hadn't. Right. Let's space wait. A day has passed. I say, and we're killing things and not taking damage. Put a hole in our room. There you go and sort it. Right, dodge that suffocation. The only problem that we have here is we are knocking through our supplies reasonably fast. I can counter that by taking a drop of energy off of the shields. We basically need to get, before I'm ready to do anything else, I want that up a level, and we need 220 scrap. So we're actually not far off. But yeah, we're using 10:01. Come on, give us space salvage. I need space scrap. We do want to try and keep our moving around down to a minimum as well. Oh, this one's a bit of a tougher ship. Cool, we might get a better yield out of this one. Everyone should be leveling up reasonably nicely as well. Good. As their weapon system's completely out of commission, the MP per fuck. Cool, we've got away with it. Good. Any more fights close by? Yep. and then we want to be going left. I think we can sort our hull out. I think we've got enough to do the sector boss. You could argue that I'm being overcautious here and making sure that I am powerful enough to deal with the boss, and you'd probably be right. Ow! Fuck. Oh, they've got missile systems. Come on. There we go. Ow! Ouch. Ugh, that's cost us. Back we go. Good. Pirates, they're easy. Okay, maybe not in that. No, it's only a fighter, that's fine. Right, let us... We'll concentrate on their captain. And... we'll EMP the hell out of their shields. Not a great idea to change power to the shields over during combat. You often lose out on shields doing that. But we should be okay. Hey, Dread. Oh, there we go. Fuel, food, and weaponry. And a big up on our bounty. Ooh. It's not scrap, though. We need scrap. Cool. Our bounty is now high enough that we can rage wait. We definitely need it all in shields. Yeah. Don't know if you can hear the sound effects as well of the people. That's all you do. Oh. Should really heal that boss. Good. I could speed this process up by putting the game speed up to 1.5. It would make combat quite a little quicker, but I want to maintain some sort of control over it. So, let's wait. Start actually concentrating on getting repairs in here as well. Kill this. Oh, I was going to sort the weapons out as well. EMP that. Okay, so this is dangerous. This puts their evasion up to 100, which means that we can't hit them, which is rubbish. So there's no point firing until they've settled down. We can do that though for free and increase our evasion by a little bit. Ow. Cool. Now we shoot. You. This. Cool, that's their weapons out of mission. Hopefully we can kill their captain. Or we kill his ship. Hey, there we go. Cool, that allows us to get our bounty down, and then that is just about the right amount of scrap that we need. Be able to go there. Good, and then we'll pump that into there. And then for some reason we still need one more. Because I put an extra one into evasion. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Right, let's concentrate on weapons. I don't want to be taking any damage. Change the salvo over to the captain just a moment. On fire. Good. That's Captain. Lot of misses going on, Space Team. Come on now. Hit your shots. Better. Oh, I didn't realise it. Ah, well, never mind. Right, so we're taking things down quite comfortably now, and there's a decent amount of space scrap. So what we'll start doing now, let's pop that there and that there, and we will actually see about getting a decent amount of health back a time. Visitor station, sell what little we have, and then go and do the boss, which will get us decent rewards. Ooh, this is fucking dangerous. We might actually die here. And the reason being is these weapons are EMP based. Now, normally we might die here because if they EMP the hell out of our weapon system, we can't fight back. Thankfully, I have prepared for this because we have Vega as a technician. Protects 100% of system levels from EMP in the occupied module. Note how I have Vega in weapons. So they can drum us with EMP, but we can drum them and stop them. Normally, and look, they're EMP in all sorts, but they're not going for Vega's department, which is good. Right, that's their weaponry suppressed, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. We're probably going to kill this before we can take it out now. The moment you see these little things, you have to put all of your shots on their weaponry if you are protected about EMP. Otherwise, you will just literally be fucking EMP and stun locked. And then every now and again, they'll zap you with something and just slowly tickle away your hull until you're dead. Occasionally, you can break out of the cycle and get just enough of a volley off to put their weaponry down. But yeah, it's a war of attrition that you usually can't win or takes a very long time to win. And I have no interest in it. Hence why I have Vega as a technician. Now, have we got a space station nearby? Have we even got anything to sell at said space station? Not really. Okay. Let's use our scrap to get a decent amount of hull points back and prep for the boss. Watch the boss be an absolute fucking walker. I mean, he will, because we've got decent weaponry, but still. So yeah, you see these little pads? These are bomb teleporters. And they are EMP bomb teleporters. Now, that should mean we can concentrate on the boss. Not have to worry too much about damage. But occasionally they'll teleport bombs over that actually do damage. Good, good. Their captain is burning. Excellent. That's enough. Good, we've captured him. Decent amount of scrap. And we've got their kabam bomb as well. No level ups yet. As I said, everybody is ticking up closer to level 4. The skills that we get at level 4, though, aren't all that. Most of them are activated abilities as opposed to passive ones. So they're not great. I am okay with that amount of hull. We do want to get that up a level at some point. Cool, right. Let's go and take on a space boss. We'll fight our way there. And then when we get to the next sector, we'll actually lose quite a lot of our bounty. I don't think your bounty level affects how difficult the boss is. But I've been wrong before. But yeah, they're constantly putting these against us now. Thankfully, I've prepped. It's like I've played it before. But again, if you didn't know about that factor, you're just fucking dead against this thing. There's not a lot of ways that you can win if you haven't prepped for anti-EMP, other than just having silly amounts of weaponry to take them out stupid fast. But even then, they'll get their bombs off as you fire your first volley, and then just continually suppress your weapons. So basically what I've been doing the entire game to the AI, they will gladly do to you later on. Which sucks. Cool. Boss time. Hopefully we're ready. I am rushing this a little bit. I'd usually wait until I have a much more powerful ship. You arrive at the gateway of the system and see a huge ship belonging to the Behemoth Hive clan. This clan is famous for boarding each and every ship and devouring all living creatures on their way. You can surely guess that you are their next target. So that is one of the ships that we get to use at some point. Now, they do have shields. Okay, sometimes, a lot of the time they don't. We need to concentrate our EMP on their teleporter systems and their weapons. But we also want to be putting some damage on both of those things as well. We don't want these fuckers boarding us. Thank you very much. Cool, that's that out of commission. Good. 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 EMP'd up to high heaven, fires being caused everywhere where damage is not, and it's stopping them teleporting. Their guys will take enough damage eventually where they'll move to the medbay, and then we blast the hell out of the medbays. Especially when their captain goes there, which he's about to do in just a moment. Feel. I do believe that is... Yep, that's number one. Ooh. Decent amount of fuel. We need that. Not so much in the ways of burgers, because, you know, they are like fucking space crabs, so they probably don't eat burgers. Decent amount of scrap. Nice amount of credits. Little bit of a bounty up. Decent experience for everybody. Everybody's happy. But that fight, if you try and take that early doors when you've just got this and the missile launcher, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Now that I've played it more, I could probably get away with less to do it. That's probably the weakest I've had my ship taking out the first boss. So that's the first boss. So we're now going to use the next hour and 40 minutes to complete the run, hopefully. So we are finally out of Sector 1. Let's go into Sector 2. Some nice animations for traveling between sectors as well. They didn't have to do that. And every now and again, there'll be other little animations like that as well, which is quite good. When a ship flies into a new sector, it can get sucked into an anomaly and be lost for a couple of days or even months. That would be the perfect option, English, for you to avoid the Venators, except there wouldn't be enough food, which means you'd starve to death, so it's probably not the greatest of ideas. Right, we want a space station. It is there. Why do we know it's there? I haven't got my sensors up to a high level, have I? Oh, actually, no, I do. We've got our sensors up to level 2, then we've got the robot manning them as well, which puts them up to level 3, which shows stations on the map, which is nice. Can't avoid these nebulas, but they're not too bad. Hey, look, this is fucking system named after him there, look. Vega's on the map. Let's go and visit Vega's star system and stove its head in. The colonial Atari. Yeah, Atari. Didn't even realise it says Atari. Ship gets in touch with you. It is huge and moves very slowly. That's why they frequently hire captains who can secure the most favourable locations for their colonies. Should you answer yes. Qatari captain tells you what they need to do. You need to arrive at a particular sector before the Tarticons, who also want to occupy the best spot for colonisation. If you manage to do it before they do, the system will belong to the Atari. As simple as that. Cool. Where is it? Yeah, we're not going there. Cool. You might as well cancel that job. It's not fucking happening. Can I cancel jobs? I've never tried. So that's in the sort of like, I don't know, in a galactic rim. We'd have to be a boss to just get out there. And these bosses that protect this bit in the middle are usually quite tough. The benefit of being able to beat them, though, is then you can fly between these points and then drop into a sector, so it's actually faster traveling. But I've never needed it. You'll usually find that you'll go, one mission will be here, then the next will be there, then the next will be there, then the next will be there. Did we even go the... Oh, fuck's... Wait. Brilliant. Fantastic. Right. We could have a look at that, see if we can get in there, and then use that to fast travel back. That's probably going to be our best bet. I would like to visit a station, though. Didn't it say there was a station about? I'm sure it said there was a... Oh, we'll just travel over. Fuck, I went the wrong way. I swear it was left. Who's in charge of flying this tub? You encounter a Tarticon ship in the sector. They contact you, but the transmission sounds strange. After a couple of minutes, you realise their transmission must be faulty. Maybe that was the reason for them sending out the distress signal. We always go with the gold option. We can send someone to fix the transmitter, we can leave the sector, or we can send the Tarticon to fix the transmitter. Send in the Tarticons to help its own kind. It returns a couple of hours later, but it started using a different name and acting rather weird. On the other hand, it's become a lot more useful than it used to be. Cool. What? How's that more useful? What? Oh, come on. Match the text. So sending that Tarticon across, it's managed to become lame. Yeah, that's a lot more useful. Great. So I think we've just had their duff Tarticon palmed off on us since it's going by a different name. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Hey, level ups. Cool, right. Kim, you are now going to be excellent at instantly raising shields. Could be useful. And Vaughn, you are going to be excellent at... Never use these because they consume supplies. That one's not too bad because it only consumes scrap and we've usually got plenty of that. Temporarily box 4 points of shield generator energy on the enemy ship. That can give us the opening to blast their weaponry to bits. Potentially. Right, there's that space station. Can we get there? Yes, we can. Let's go and have a look at this. Hopefully we can sell our scrap and it's cheap prices for upgrades. Then we'll go and kick that boss's teeth in. Just fly through the system and come across a trading station. That looks human. That is not human. Right. Ooh, I forgot about that. There you go. Look, Sife, I don't even need to put you in the game. You're a rarity of weapon. Phenomenal. What have we got here? Now, some of these are good, but some of the problems with them is their reload time. We need to be putting continual fire. Continual EMP fire is what I find works best for how we're playing. This is a much better price here. So let's get rid of all of this because we don't need any of it. Let's buy some burgers. Let's grab a load of fuel as well whilst we're here. And we can probably get a decent amount of scrap gone. Yep. And I do believe we have some people to sell. Oh, right. Put in the wrong fucking box. That does... Interesting. We are selling them. Oh, I wonder if that's because they're from a different sector. Interesting. Cool. Or maybe different ones give different things when you trade in prisoners. Well, this is good. That's a lot of money. That's us set for a little while until I've spent it all on upgrades. Right, let's get the shields up a little. Get that up. We're going to need more cargo space. More energy. Yeah, that'll do for now. Let's go and see what our systems are looking like. Cool. Power for days. Right, good. We've got our cryo thing up as well. What else can we do there? That's actually quite cheap on upgrades as well. We could hire another Tarticon. Since our last one went fucking lame. I don't think I thought you could sell them for cash, but I didn't. Oh, I wanted to sell them for cash, but I haven't seen it. So maybe different stations have different interactions with prisoners, which again is something that you wouldn't know. Something that you wouldn't know about the game, and it does seem to be a bit of a reoccurring theme on this. Like, I'm all up for finding out things of your own accord, but when you have to blunder into them and die because of them, which I've done with the bosses on a couple of occasions at the very least, we could get defensive drones. Well, this system's going to be quite profitable for us. Let's make sure we've got plenty of cargo space. Plenty of shields. And yeah, let's get the med bay upgraded a little as well, just so that when we're healing between encounters, it's just a bit faster. Putting levels into the med bay is literally a convenience thing. You'll have to heal in mid-combat. You're probably on a downward spiral at that point. Right, that's our shields up to 60. That's not bad. The other skill that Kim could have is one where we get an extra 10 shield for every level. Our shields are effectively doubling our shield capacity. I much prefer to go in there with huge shields as opposed to ones that recharge quicker, because it's about not taking any damage in those initial volleys and stunning their weaponry. The more shields you have, the more damage you can take in that initial volley, because they'll only get 1, maybe 2 off, and if your shields can hold, you won't take any damage. Right, let's go and kick some heads in. Well, Vega's system's been pretty good for us as it happens. Let's go around this way. Try and get some more events in as well. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to complete this run tonight. Maybe, I don't know. You receive a request for a courier job in the system. The package nearby doesn't look big, and it needs to be delivered somewhere nearby. Cool. Help transport the Atari ashes, or destroy the colony and just take the rewards. You filthy vermin. I was expecting it to say Monkey. You underestimate the power of the children of the Trigon. You're done for. I doubt that, sir. Ooh, nice ship. So, I don't think there's a ship that I've seen yet that you can't actually unlock. Maybe 1 or 2 of the boss ones. There's 8 ships in there. 1 is specifically for each. Well, I think it's 2 per race, but then you can crew any ship with any race later on. Yeah, you guys are going down hard. But let's just make sure those weapons get suppressed nice and early, and then we'll... Now, I haven't got sensors here because there is a nebula. I know the captain's going to be sat here, or the pilot is nearly... Yeah, well, always the captain for the enemy. So, and you're probably going to die before you can knock your captain out. Yep. Lovely. Burgers, cool, good stuff. Excellent. We might as... So, because there is an enemy symbol on here, if we were to wait here, we'll activate that encounter, which is what we want to be doing. There is not, or I haven't seen, a ability to wait. But if we repair our hull by 10, that is basically wasting a day. A day has passed, and we should get a 10. And that's what we want. I know your captain is sat here, so we'll blast that to high heaven. Now, the enemy is starting to get more hull, which is very good news for us, provided we can get their shields suppressed nice and early. Ow. Good. Them having more hull means we've got more time to kill the captain before the ship explodes. There you go, that was a crew kill. And we got their other worker, and more scrap and food than we would normally get. No more enemies here, so we'll pop across to there. And now we're heading back. As you approach the planet, you receive a message from a research station. Small animals from the planet to their station. I mean, if it's free credits, let's take them. You agree to transport these cute animals as yet unknown in the galaxy. I get the impression these are triples. In a couple of hours, you ferry them to the station in a cargo hold. In addition to a pile of wool, you also get a reward. Free credits. Lovely. Upon arrival in the system, unmanned Venator ship. Cool, blast it. It does usually, if it's unmanned, it does usually say. These ships are usually a piece of piss to take out, although he managed to get some damage in. The problem with them is there's one particular race that they rely on boarding, and these ships have no atmosphere, so then your most powerful weapon is taken away from you, and they can be a pain in the ass because of it. Oh, where's the hull breach? Oh, it's in our O2 system. Bomb! Now that doubles the healing, which then basically means we're a little bit quicker. Remember to take it off and put it back on again. Right. She picked up much. Travels. Fuck all. Although the scrap is going to sell for quite a lot. Might be able to grab another upgrade on our way out. Other enemy here? No. I mean, let's go and kick some more heads in. You fly past a small civilian ship. An aristocratic-looking Atari hails you and introduces himself as an artist. I'm surprised he hasn't fucking messaged me directly on Discord at this point. I really am. For some reason, the Atari perceives you to be an old space dog. So he asks you where you got your awesome-looking PDF from. Or, no, PFP, isn't it? He asks you where you got your awesome-looking PFP from. You sit and ponder on how to rob the artist. You decide to rob the naive artist an appropriate sum of his wealth, and then promptly report and block him on Discord. You aboard his ship and take the artist hostage, and you get in touch. You get in touch with Discord. And have him blocked and reported, pretending to be a pirate. Now you have credits in your account. You set the artist free. At the next station, the art hasn't advanced a single stroke, and the likelihood was it never was going to in the first place. That's a nice bunch of credits. Lovely. There you go. That one's just for you, Dread. You know the pain. The one thing that I get contacted by artists all the fucking time on Discord, and they're always like, you know, profiles that have been created last month or 15 days ago. And that's not to say that they might not have been using Discord, but like, who goes around direct messaging people on Discord that they don't know, they're not in the server of, and haven't chatted to before? And it's always, can I have a moment of your time? Ooh, a quick question for you, Silver Tongue Devil. And it's like, stop trying to take advantage of my niceness, you prick. And from what I've been told as well, the vast majority of those things are actually scams. They're scammers just basically trying to get money out of you And I've had the sob story one as well. Oh, I'm a young struggling artist. I'm wondering if you could pay me to do a commission now. It's like, no, fuck off. We don't need 2 of those. Let's have Vega doing sprinkler systems. Perfect. Cool. So we've got some abilities cooking in the background here as well. I keep meaning to do this. We want our EMP weapons together and our damaging weapons together. I really need to get them upgraded. They are shit. Absolutely rubbish. But taking more fights at a high bounty is how we will get more weaponry. As you enter the system, you receive an SOS call. Sounds like a reward. You provide help. You determine the coordinates of the signal source and charge the hyperdrive. Oh, it's one of those. So that's a mission, and then we've got this to fight. Eesh. I love having Vega here. I don't have to worry about this ship anymore. Hey, you turn these off. EMP that. And a nice squishy captain for us as well. Still managed to stun Vega with the fucking EMP, so... Yeah, this is what they do. Just continually teleport bombs into your weaponry systems and just fucking whittle you down and smash your crew to bits. Not what we wanted. I know exactly what weapon we want. But it looks very similar to that one. It's the one thing that I will say, there's a hell of a lot of weaponry in this, but all of it is just like... Some of them concentrate on hull, some of them concentrate on shield, some of them concentrate on crew, some of them concentrate on system damage. But they're all just much of a muchness and a bit of a stat increase or decrease. It's nothing really unique about a lot of the normal plasma-based weaponry. The lasers are a little bit unique. The missiles are unique. The mine laying is a little bit unique. And the drones are a bit unique as well. But they're all a bit of much of a muchness. It's not like, for instance, in Void War, the warp lamps that causes a breach that tears a subspace fucking rift and then demons spill out of it onto the enemy ship. That's pretty fucking special. And there's other ones like that as well. You know, beams that set entire compartments on fire. This does have something similar to that, though. So. There was a coup at one of the Atari stations. Local slavers have taken a bunch of aristocrats hostage and are demanding ransom and freedom for their lives. However, if we're to give them that, what are they going to pay us? Surely the aristocrats will pay us more. Let's conduct the negotiations. You try to convince the slaves that the death of the aristocrats will only make their situation worse. See? And they listen to my words and let the aristocrats go. Silver-tongued devil, I'm telling you. After which the slaves are immediately slaughtered by the station guards. Silver-tongued devil. The aristocrats are grateful to you for their salvation and you move on. Good. Very Warhammer 40k that line. Excellent. We like that one. Yes, I've done that one before. There you go. I've silver-tongue deviled our representation into the aristocrats' pockets, and all it cost us was a bunch of dead slaves. Ukulele. Alright, take that Tartarcon out. So he's knocked out, which then means he moves slowly. I know where you're going. Can I blast you in when you're crossing? Excellent shot. Excellent shot. Some of you are saying High Dread. I don't know if you're like really far behind in the stream or you're just coming back or what have you. But do remember you can press the it's down there. I don't know how it works on mobile, but if the live button hasn't got the little red light on it, you are not up to press with where the stream is. Just so I'm sure you all know that. I'm sure I've said it 100 times before. Used to happen all the time in IDU, but that wasn't your lot's fault. That was more my fucking connection. Right, we have got some decent space loot to go and sell. Got a decent amount of scrap as well. but we're now at a stage where it's probably better for us to sell it. We get to the station from there. Another space scrap, I think. Oh, and there's a signal over there for us to go and investigate. We'll go and do that, and then we'll head out. So yeah, as I've said at probably about the hour and a half mark, and we've just passed the 2.5 hour mark. It's like we're not getting an awful lot done. It does kind of look like we're moseying around the galaxy, kind of spinning our wheels. But this is all prepping us to be able to actually fight what we need to. So there's all reason for it. But again, I've played games like this, and I'm not usually a fan of this kind of loop. But the game has been done quite well. Yep, we'll take fuel and space food. Thanks very much. Fuck off. Right, let's put into station, and then we'll attempt that boss. But I think if it's the one that I think it is, we'll probably end up having to run, because I don't think we've got the weaponry for it. Don't need any of those. No, 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 no. These are not the things I'm looking for. Although, oh yeah, that's the hull damaging one, isn't it? I want crew, basically a combination of EMP to put their shields down and suppress their weaponry, and then crew killing weapons is the way that I play this. And it's working out for me just fine. That's a lot of cash. All of that. That's a decent amount of cash. Get rid of most of that. I do always like to keep a bit about for repairs. You're still alive, Fawn, so there is that. There is that. Let's grab some more space burgers, and we're okay on fuel, so that's not. What else am I going to spend the money on? Yeah, might as well. That's pretty good, but it's more of a hull killer than it is a crew killer. We want crew killers. Right, what else? We could get a... Yeah, let's get our shield power up to as much as we can afford. Need autopilot. Let's strengthen the doors. They're never going to board us. I won't allow it. Cool. You'll also note as well, I could concentrate on evasion. Evasion, you can get quite high with a combination of this, skills, and the stealth module. The stealth module just simply increases your evasion by 10 seconds. You can get your evasion up quite high. I put my faith in actual things as opposed to percentage chance rolls. So I'm more Mechanicus than Imperium when it comes to those sort of things. Right. Cool. Right, well, that's us spent up. Let's head for that, and we'll... Ooh, we could go... What was it? An SOS signal. 2 jumps away. And then we get locked in that corner. Nah, fuck that mission. Possibly. I mean, Poise is still alive. You're still alive. Everyone's still alive. I haven't even got rid of you yet, even though you're costing me space burgers again, killer. Right. Yep, that's right. Again, it's not the first time that she's eaten all the space burgers. Why is that not targeting? There we go. Ooh. Oh, I'll do it afterwards. So if I was to put energy into the shields now, it'll drop the level of shielding. We don't want that. Now that their weapons are suppressed, though, I'll do it. Cool. There you go. Nice zoom in there for you, K2. I mean, the camera works with fucking nothing but solid all night anyway, so... Oh, we do need space food. K2 and a bloody appetite. No, I don't think you do. No, I don't think you do. No, you just carry on eating the space burgers. But stay seated. Stay seated. Right. This could be our death. In which case, then I'll just end the stream early and we'll go and play, get ready for Stained Blade. After the jump, you examine the surrounding stars. As ever, the vast stretches of space are quiet, but you have a nagging feeling that someone is watching you. You decide to leave the sector as soon as possible, but a ship emerges right out of nowhere. You've never seen a ship of such extremely complex design and contours. The decals of the Federation on the hull indicate that it is one of the federal experimental ships all the admirals are talking about. The decals look worn out, which can only mean the ship no longer belongs to the Federation. This is... Oh no, I think we'll be okay with this one. So this one's shtick is that they'll cloak. For some reason, their cloak means I can't shoot them. But my cloak means we get a bit more evasion. Come on now. Sort it out. Cloak should be I can't be hit if they're cloak. Can't I have their cloak? So if we fire at their weapon systems and their cloak systems, we can basically stop them doing this shit. Ooh, they've got some weaponry on board, though. Okay, that's their weaponry down, and that's their... Yeah, that's them sorted, I think. Ooh, Kim's taking a beating. I'm going out for repair. Handsomely now, everybody. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Get those shields back up. Thank you very much. This might be one of those situations. Oh no, we don't do that. Where does how do we use this? Consume 4 scrap. Temporarily blocks 4 points of shield generator energy on the enemy ship. Yeah, you did say. Why is that not working? Consume 4 scrap. Is it because their shields are fucked? Ow. Ow. Okay, maybe go and heal him. On, go and repair that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, 1 out of engines. Oh, no. Let's keep the evasion high. We don't need full life support. At least they can't shoot me whilst they're stealth, so that's nice. Oh, good dodge. Don't die. Don't die. Come on now. Kim, get back in there. Right, why are their fucking systems not dying? Right. Fuck going after that. Concentrate on their weapons. They are fucking hammering us. Putting a lot of strong misses in here, crew. Come on now. Get out, Kim! No, run! Oh, God. Someone pick her up? Yeah, go on, Kim, crawl out of there! Brilliant. I haven't seen that before. I didn't even know that was a thing. I think we're running. Fuck. Oh, yeah, put the afters in as well, pricks. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, that's why we don't really want to be going there. Fucking hell. Kim was down to 1 HP. You receive multiple signals to help from a Rakhai planet. Their planet has turned into a giant bomb. After Tartakon experiment, they beg you to take the younger Rakhai... Yeah, you crawled out of there, you were so full. Sacrifice the lives of the older ones. Should you try to save them all instead? No, just rescue the young. You load the ship and send the Rakhai to the station. After a couple of hours, the signals from the planet fade. One of the young Rakhai offers to help you on their journey. You leave the system overwhelmed with sad thoughts. He is a hyperdrive operator, and he is going to eat all of our space burgers. And pirates too. Shit. Right. One. Out of there. Him. Get my shields. One. Start repairing everybody. Blast their weaponry. No subtlety here. We just need to make sure they don't shoot us. God, we fucking missed every shot. Right. Consume worm. Yeah, that'll do. Good. Oh, they boarded. Cool. Eat airlock, idiots. On. Go and get back on doors. On. On. Good. Oh, God, they're through. Oh, that's the... Oh, we forgot to space him. Oh, no, we didn't get a chance to space him, did we? There you go. He can fight the good fight. Right. Their weaponry is now suppressed. This is good. So, let's try not to die, everybody. Cool. That's their weaponry out of commission. Who's that dying? It's their robot dying. Good. Right, that's that Tuscon's out of commission. You go and sit in the airlock. We don't... Oh, no, I'll have you back. Fucking Vega slugging it out with a space crab. And now we concentrate on you. And try and get that big fucking Captain Kill KO victory. As well, this is bad, by the way. It's very bad. Very bad. There you go, get back on. This is something, again, devs. When bodies seem to occupy spaces so that people then can't go back to their terminals straight away for reasons. Normally they auto go back to them, but they don't when there's dead bodies there. I don't quite know why. Come on, bring down that fucking captain. Right, you go out here. We don't need you. We don't need your sort of board. And I'm got to heal everybody anyway, so... I wonder if he does get pulled out of the airlock. Oh, come on, devs. Lame. I am looking at chat. I'm listening all about the banana hammocks, but you weren't talking to me. All I heard is that you're going to go and go in the next stream shirtless. I'm sure it's not to do with me. I don't involve myself in all of your lot's conversations. Come on now, just most of them. Good, 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 good. And that thing is dead. Can we get it off of my ship, please? Get out. Get out. It's not getting out. Right, we are in desperate need of repairs, but thankfully we've got plenty of scrap. Is there a space station that we can pay for repairs? No, there is not. So let's go. Pop, 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 pop. Cool. That is an interesting mechanic, but it stops you getting into those dire straits of like, oh shit, I'm low and I need to get crawling back to a space station, kind of like Kim had to do to the med bay after eating too many burgers. These are going to be harder fights now as well. So again, I didn't think we were ready for that boss, and I was right. We haven't got good enough weaponry to keep them suppressed. If I'd have just concentrated on the weaponry, we might have been all right. But I usually take that on by taking its stealth field generator out. Ow! God damn it! It's a good job we repaired. What the fuck's that now? Oh, you've got maneuvering, 50% increased evasion. Brilliant. Well, carry on firing and do anything else. Beautiful job. Stop it. God, I hate evasion in this game. We need skills that can counter that. Yeah, go on, it's only one. Keep us getting more damage for a minute. Oh no, they've got missiles. Oh, good. Right, Von, go and help they patch that up quick. Right. Let's not bother trying to go for captain kill. Let's just try and fucking survive. Ow, 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 ow. I think we've got them. Now we go for a 3 kill. Oh, miss, 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 miss. Oh, damage increase. Miss, miss, miss. Brilliant. Oh, let's bring their evasion down, which is good. Their weaponry is suppressed at high hell, which is good. And their captain burns, which is also good. Cool, we captured all their crew. And a decent amount of scrap as well. Level 4, level 4, level 4. Spaced. Yep. Oh, I can just press OK. They will get spaced. Good. Right. Poised. Consume 2 fuel to instantly charge your hyperdrive. This would have been great for that boss, but the hyperdrive was ready when I was like, yeah, no, we're fucked. So having 20% extra evasion for nothing would be better. That will get used. What I also appreciate is that you can go into manage and you can move the crew around even into the captain's slot, which is usually here, so that you can stack the skills the way that you want to. Technically, it'd be nice to be able to move them up and down a la Void War like that, but that at least works. So we need to be using that every time we go into combat now, basically. Or we want to be anyway. Right. Cool. Let's get everybody healed up quick. And poise as well. And poise. Good. They go back on weapons. I'll go back to piloting. Oh, we do need a weapon specialist as well. Yeah, that looks something like it. Right, I haven't actually done this. So we've got the whole save crew positions and return. I should have done that a lot earlier, but let's save now. And then if I move everyone about, I can press a button, they all go back, which is always a nice quality of life in these kind of games. Right, let's try and actually get some fucking repairs done. There we go. Back in the game until we get blasted by the next fucker. Oh, we need to get to a space station and get that bounty down. That's nicer to see than what we were dealing with, though. EMP stuff we can deal with. But so you'll note that they're starting to get abilities now. And they ain't afraid to use them. Good evening, Chris. Go after the medbay now, because that's where the captain's going. Even though he's on fire a little bit, he's still good, and he's dead. Cool. Space burgers, fuel, and another guy to get fucking spaced. Brilliant. We could do with that. Let's head to that space station, and we'll just go around the fucking long way. Otherwise, I'll get my head stoved in. I was going to say, Chris, you missed a fair bit, but we're now just getting going. 3 hours in, we're just getting the ship to where we're not going to get our ad kicked in. This is... I don't think any of you lot are blonde, are you? Oh, it doesn't matter if you are anyway. This is kind of like the blonde version of Void War. So it's better looking, but it's a bit more dumb. Yeah, it's a nice looking Void War. but it doesn't have the variety and the kind of I kind of struggle to tell a story with this one as much, because yeah, it all kind of, it's good at what it's doing, but it kind of all bleeds into mediocrity, I suppose. Be one way to put it. Oh, we need to manage our fucking space burgers better. There you go. Oh, I never did. Who was in last? It was probably Doc. Oh, who's waiting for a name? Oh, actually, hang on. Doc came in before Dread. There you go, Doc. No, I don't like normal story. I like telling my own. Sorry, Doc. Probably could have named you Ship's fucking robot ages ago. There's two spaces left, and I do believe Chris and... I don't know if Shanty's still about, but he'll probably... Shanty's probably next on the chopping block. Then Dread, then Chris. I'll ask. We are close to the time. Right, back to Vega. Well, at least no one's died yet. I mean... Him was pretty close. Right. Get rid. We're okay on parts now, so let's get rid of most of that. Keep 30. We'll get loads more anyway. Anything nasty? It's good system damage. No. That's not bad. That's area of effect as well, but it's huge energy costs. Ion artillery. Right. Stock up on burgers. We always need more space fuel. Yeah, we haven't really got enough cash to do anything substantial here anyway. Off we go. Right, so yeah, so we might have gone the... If I'd have gone the right way, we could have actually advanced along the story. You do get a free... Fuck off. You do get a free Tartacon from the story. Go this way. I suppose that's part and parcel of the problem with this one as well, is the story you have to follow, whereas in Void War there kind of is no story. The whole run is the story, whereas this actually has a story in it, and I prefer Void War's approach. I really do. I always do. Oh, I keep forgetting about fucking space burgers. Right. Yep, this should be a captain kill. We really need to upgrade this weaponry. This is still all Mark 1 shit. Should be on like Mark 2s and 3s by now. Terrible. But no, it's the first time I've actually taken somebody with the technician skill early, and it basically makes this, which is normally a fucking massive threat to your run, easy. We like that. Oh, I forgot to get rid of... Oh, actually, hang on. No. This station, I could sell them for cash. So I wonder if it's down based on race. Yeah, like they have a number value as opposed to a bounty value. But we like that. We like that a lot. It doesn't seem to matter what we're selling them. And this is a mixed station from what I can gather, so all sorts here. Cool, that's a nice chunk of change. No, cool. Is it enough to get some upgrades? And they're okay-ishly cheap here. That's convenience. That we're gonna need. Let's get that up. And armored doors. We are going to need that at some point, and then I'm going to need the accompanying energy for it. I'm basically picking all of these things up because that's like at this stage that high up in energy. If you're in the like 1000s and somethings, that's quite cheap. This will normally be double that. So this is a decent space station to upgrade. What I would normally do now is, and I've probably left the first sector a bit early. I did time myself on doing this same run earlier on today, and it took me, started at 11 and I finished at 2, and I wasn't ready to actually hit the story beats until about 12:30, and then I completed the game in half an hour at that point. So the split screen, oh right, okay. Well, yeah, it'd be quite close, wouldn't it? I can zoom both ships in so you can see the split, but yeah, me being zoomed in probably isn't helping all that much. But it does kind of help for keeping an eye on combat. And as I said as well, if any of you guys want to give this a go, I mean, I don't know, I assume a lot of you watch this because you don't want to play it, but it's reasonably interesting to watch. But if you do want to give it a go, this one is called Trigon, a space story, Trigon, and it's currently £1.50 down from 20 quid. So, oh yeah, we do need space burgers. I get the impression that the game's been out, it came out of early access not so long ago, and then, I don't know, maybe it just hasn't done that well, or it has done well and now they're trying to push it on more people and get the name of the game out there. I don't know. What I want to do is capture more people and sell them to this space station and like fully upgrade our ship. But what we need to do as well is get back on the story side of things. Can't be talking to me though, Brett. I don't. I mean, I do. Oh, right. Oh. Come on, kill that captain. I do appreciate that feature. Kill the captain, crew gives up. That seems fitting. It seems a bit of a cheap mechanic, but I'll take it. I will take it. Don't put that in void war. Way too easy. Right, cool. Let's get back to the start, shall we? And go the correct way. That will lower our bounty, or at least it should do. Nope. So it probably goes higher than 5. It doesn't display it though, which is unfortunate. What you guys like for weaponry? A fair bit. They've got a lot of shields and they've got evasion, but not 100% evasion. That is good. There goes our shields. That's Kim's skill. She'll fully recharge the shields quickly and then they come back at 100%, which is pretty good, but I prefer to have more shields. We would have been not taking any damage off of that initial barrage. So I think she's got... What's she got? Ooh. Oh. She's got Shield Master, and I think it's Shields Expert. Maybe it might even be Seaman Specialist. Think of it. Yeah, Shield Specialist. Freudian slip. We do need to head down to this space station, but let's go and try and kick another boss's head in. You do have to kill numbers, quite big numbers, of the various gate guardians, which is what we're going after at the moment, although I've killed more than I need to and gone the wrong fucking way, to unlock other ships within the game. Oh, I've got a level up to do. Come on, you fools, hit! Would have been nice as well, all of the guns fire green. Like, couldn't we change the colour on some of them? I'm sure you can have red, blue, green plasma. Just to make it a little bit more varied. Different weapons have different colours and shit. Just make it a little bit more of a light show. We go. Oh, we really need to see about getting our bounty down. And I think the game works along the lines of, because we're in quite low-level sectors with a high bounty, we're taking difficult fights, or fights that will whittle us down slowly, but we're not getting decent rewards out of them. I could probably replace that now with that one we just picked up. This one should be an easy fight. This is that teleport bomber ship. Oh, where are you going? Oh, blast the med bay, that's where he's going. We know this. Put it on fire. Lovely. Cool, and we're collecting prisoners as we go. Right. This should be an easy fight, chat. Come on, I've only got 40 minutes left. After you jump, you examine the blah, 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 Federation, blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, it's them again. Okay. Maybe this time we concentrate on their weapon systems, because they gave us an absolute taste last time. Oh, good. Oh, I still haven't done myself. Ow. It's happening again. I am currently playing it on my PC. Now, the Steam machine's going to be for things that I wouldn't usually play on PC, like not strategy games, basically. Well, that's the way I envisage it anyway. Right. There you go. There. On your now shields. It's very inefficient to heal during combat, or at least I find it anyway, because you usually divert power from other systems. Come on, stop fucking cloaking. There you go. Blast them. Press those weapons. Once I've damaged them enough, I'll start on... I think this is a better way to do it with the lack of weaponry that we have. Come on, come on, come on. Cool. Him's back. I will do. I've got some games that I've had in my Steam library for a little bit, which I think will be quite interesting. I'd love to play Dark and Darker, but I don't think I'll be able to, because when I originally got Dark and Darker, because it's got a just against AI mode and a cooperative just against AI mode, no other players, and that obviously appeals to me and probably you lot as well, because it is a very good but hard game. Ow, fuck me, come on. Ooh, I completely forgot about that one. About just increase our evasion. Oh yeah, shoot me whilst you fucking... I might not have to, because what I believe I can do is I can have my Steam machine streaming to the television, and then OBS with my PC on can capture what's on the television. I believe. Don't quote me on that yet. This isn't going great. Let's bolt. We ain't got the weaponry for that. I can't put enough damage on them quickly enough. Yes, I know I fled. That's the first boss as well. That's the way that we should have been going. And, you know, as I said, people are... It's not actually... again, I need to... Basically, what will happen is I can turn... I should be able to do it now. Maybe we'll check it at the end of the stream. But I know that the... How long's the... What's it called beta on for? Yeah, probably. But I've got time. I mean, I'm not that bothered about streaming from it at the moment. When I am going to be bothered about streaming from it will be in combination with the Steam frame. Because, as I said, that is the PC VR experience that I am personally after. Console power. Like, I would... Oh, fuck's sake, man. Get out of there, Vaughn. Go, Vaughn. Don't be stunned. Jesus. My God, they're kicking her head in. Nice one, Vega. Dodged all of that. Why are we... Oh, we've been... Oh, we're repairing, that's why. Look, shoot their weapons, please shoot their weapons. Oh, this is my own fault for trying to fucking split the damage onto their captain. Go on, get in there and do that. There we go. Right. One, heal, Vega, back on your station. He's stunned again. Are these even shooting? Look at that evasion, man. Why is it a 50? I don't even think they've got an ability on either. That's just a natural 50 evasion. I think we're going. Do they not? Oh, that's useful then. I think we've got to run. We need to get docked. Fuck. I hope he's not chasing me. The more you flee as well, the more it has an effect on your... Is it the same one? It'd be funny if they... Oh no, that's an easier fight because this doesn't damage us. Right, let's not fuck about. Everything on weaponry. Yes, I know it's low hull integrity. I'm well aware. Look at that. We're going to get a captain killed by accident if we went into the place that we're shooting. Perfect. And you on there, and you on there. Yeah, normally I would have managed my bounty level better. I was really happy with the fact that we got to sell those prisoners earlier as opposed to exchange it for a reduction in bounty. But yeah, I'm kind of liking the other way around that it used to work now. Come on, limp, limp, limp. Bomber. Yes. Good. We should be fine, he says. Really do with healing. Okay. Level 4, 4, 4, 4. I don't know how the systems work in this, but I don't know, I think it's random. But I usually find that skilled crew reduce bounty or sell for more if they are not warriors. Warriors seem to be 10 a penny in this galaxy. I think it's the story arc. Right, let's get everybody healthy. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? That'll save people getting fucking killed, wouldn't it? Yep. Off. On. Oh, we can just keep it. Limp back to station. Right. Hand in fucking prisoners. Do it now before you forget. Yeah, look, that's what they usually have. So I don't know what the difference between the different stations is. There you go, we're back down to 0 again. What did I want? I wanted a weapons operator and medic would be useful. We got lots of cool things to sell. No, I don't think we're going to be getting a weapons operator from here. No, we can't afford to sell that. That's just better. Out. In. Should have done that well long ago. No, we're not getting a weapons operator. We need food. And we need repairs. So I'll be better off saving my cash and using the scrap, because scrap in this sector sells for fuck all. Typical, isn't it? I stream it and I struggle. I've had no problems. No problems with this game other than initially. And then, yeah, part of the problem, I think, is I did go the wrong way. There is that. That's a big part of the problem. Yeah, let's fun. So bounty is nice and low now, so difficulty level should be dropped. I do wonder if that affects the bosses. Though you're still quite high level. This is a problem as well. Like, you click on the compartment, it's even lit up, but you need to be right in the middle. It doesn't come up all that often, but enough that it can be annoying. Cool, that's a captain kill, we like that. Good. Cool, let's go to there. And let's try this boss again, see if we can get back on story. But yeah, I will, like, finished or not, I will wrap this one up in about 40 minutes, because I do want to go. I take it there's a few of us that are going to go and have a look at Thingy Bob. Right, as soon as they fucking uncloak, shoot the piss out of that weapons system. Got to level up again. Right, so they're shooting at me. That increases our evasion. There we go. Right. Now, try and EMP that so they can't cloak. Good. Now blast the piss out of their weaponry. Oh, yeah, fine. Just cloak watch you're EMP'd. Yeah, no, it's alright. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be able to fucking do that. Ugh. See this chat? They're cheating. Cheating! Oh, fuck off! God, they really want to kill Kim. Yeah, that's not fucking cricket, is it? And we're doing very little hull damage per time that they, like, submerge, so to speak. And then by the time they come back to fire on us, they're back to full strength again. This is a war of attrition that we can't win. Go, 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 go. Right. That comes back up. Yeah, good. Right, fucking blast that then. And EMP this. That is the right system, isn't it? Yeah, stealth module. Oh, good. They got their shields back up. It's... Cool. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Oh, man alive. Fucking hell. Normally, this boss that we're fighting would be the first boss as well. I do get the impression, because I went the wrong way, I've kind of fucked the run a little bit. As in, we need to get more powerful, but we're not in the sectors that will give us more powerful weaponry. Oh. Cool. Cheers, Kim. Well, at least we save on fucking burgers. We lost Kim. I don't know how. Completed this on hard earlier as well. It wasn't a cakewalk, but... Ah, ooh, ah. Yeah, cheers, Kim. Thank you for your burgers. I mean, service. Definitely at that stage where I'm like, you know what, I could just let it happen and just let us all die. It'd be easier at this point than going get some steak blade in a minute. Thing is, we have actually got some quite decent weaponry. I do wonder if there's, by me going the wrong way, I've kind of, as I said, mentioned, kind of fucked it up a little bit. Can't even put them in the cryopods because they're fucked. Oh, great. Okay. Everybody repair. I do wonder as well if I've had an easier time of it because I've had a space station that pays well for goods and then another one that pays cheap to upgrade. So... is a possibility. Cool. Oh, actually, with Kim gone, and that guy, yeah, no, I could do. With Kim gone, now Doc can do her job. So there you go. That saved us one burger per jump. Good job, everybody. Well done, as intended. Now it's only costing us one burger per jump, as opposed to the extra one that Kim keeps eating. We should really repair the cryo units as well, seeing as we are transporting prisoners right now. Lovely. Right, yeah, I don't... Like, we need more powerful weaponry to be able to do that boss. Oh, I need to get that fucking pilot skill level. I'm not even going to do your delivery task. I'm just going to blow this out of you and take your things. Wow. Yeah, sorry, Kim. If it's that fucking boss again, maybe I'll bring you back as a robot. Maybe bring... Oh, well, I mean, you know, I don't usually bring people back. Sorry, Kim. Thank you for your service. At least we're serving on burgers now. For fuck's sake. Unless we can get something that will turn the tides, and it's not that. We get a second one, but it's not as good. I usually do have 2 of them, and I'd be used to have Mark 2s or Mark 3s by now, but... yeah, they're worse. Yeah, they're worse. They are worse. Right. I mean, no, not 4.5 hours. 3.5 hours, Dread. 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 hours and we've done nothing. I may have gone the wrong way. These things may have happened. Yeah, I don't think these space stations are going to give us anything good either. Which means we're a bit snookered. I think. Oh, right. Got ya. Got ya. Let's try and raise our evasion. That's a neat trick. Okay. I'm gonna have to, yeah, we're just gonna, actually, let's do that, and then I'll lower our bounty a little. We've got prisoners. Man, I'd love to go back to that place where I could sell prisoners for money. Houses. Oh, did Carl die? Oh dear. Brilliant. How do I get him out? How do I get him out? Oh, that might be a bit of a bug. Hang on. Oh, there we go. We can flush his corpse into space. Happy days. Right, let's put that into there. Yep. It's not doing enough. And as impassioned as my speeches can be, I don't think they're going to be enough. Maybe charges the active abilities. No, it's not going to be enough. The one thing that we are definitely missing, that I'm used to having at this point as well, is weapon specialist. Didn't get one. I never had the... well, I probably did have the funds. I fucking neglected it. There's one. Let's operate. I can't afford these things now. Yeah, I might have kind of soft-locked myself here. But all I can do now is just keep taking fights, trying to raise cash, in the hope of getting something. Because our weaponry at this point is absolutely pathetic. Nope. Keep fighting. Take the scrap, thanks very much. Weaponry? Ugh. Space waiting. Well, as I said, using these tactics has served me solidly up until the moment that I decided to stream, and it all started out so well, and then I went the wrong way. Maybe. It's giving us the tough fights, but it's not giving me the rewards. Only 15, reload time 6, reload time 4, fire chance. Okay. These are better crew killers. It's not a massive upgrade, though. Space waiting. Oh, it's because I've got it 360. Okay. Yep. Kill them. EMP this. Oh. Oh. Someone put the fire out. On. Good job, Bon. Now I'm basically running my luck to try and get better weaponry from Space Loot, because I'm not going to get it from this sector. Ooh, that's the wrong way around. Surprised you haven't actually been offered anything decent up until this point. No. Eject. Space waiting. Field boost. Might keep us in. Okay. I mean, we'll have another try. And the next time I go to the boss, we are no retreat, no surrender in that motherfucker. Do that in about 20 minutes. See if I can get into a state of play where I won't get my ass beat. Oh, they're teleporting over them. Mission before they do so, please. Nope. Cool. Concentrate on their weaponry, and Vega and Vaughn repel borders. Oh, they've got fucking bombs as well. Brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's great. That's great. But they are fighting us in our med bay, which is good news for us. Cool. Now go and kick this guy's head in. Bomb blasting away, and I don't know, what have you got there? Some kind of space knife, Vega, I think. Yeah, that's right, fuck off. Right, repair, 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 repair. Suppress, suppress, suppress. Might be able to get a cheeky captain kill here. Quick. Close the door behind you, Bond. Come on now. Close the door. No. Oh no, they've broken it. Okay, hey, let me do that previously. There you go. Ah, that's better. That is better. I'm surprised that's the first one we've seen in like almost 4 hours. Right. Right. It's the slightly better version. That one is pretty good. Doesn't do any system damage as it's doing EMP damage. Those are both doing all sorts of damage. That doesn't do a lot on the ways of hull, but we don't need it to. That is doing a lot of shield damage for us though. Might be that way around. I might regret that. I like these, but we need them at a higher mark, then they're better. Right, more, let's go Vader healed up first. Could do with another one of those, actually. That'd make life easier. Right. More space waiting. Well, we're getting a lot of scrap, but I've got nothing to do with it. Nothing that'll help us, really. Why now? Why are you giving me them now? I think the game's like, oh yeah, shit, we haven't given him any decent weaponry yet. Fucking hell. Right, one more. I think that's the same one as the one that we just got rid of, though. Actually starting to give me rare stuff. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I do know that the weaponry that it can give is based on, I think, a captain kill and the weaponry that's on board the ship. So it does line up kind of right in those regards. Like this one should give Mon 2 mine launchers or what have you. This captain stops being so fucking dodgy. We are ripping through crew members now with the double blaster turret Mark IIs. And hull. Cool. I've got 10 minutes and then we're going to go and fight that thing. And no more space waiting. Well, one more space waiting whilst make the cargo bay bigger. Can we kill the captain here, please? The one thing that I will say as well, because I've played all the different starter ships with all the different races, and this one is probably the most vanilla, but the reason why I played it is because I thought, well, this is the simplest and probably easier of the four to do. Oh, why now? Why now? That might work. That was a great one. Yeah, I don't quite know what's changed, but maybe it's like, oh man, you've been grinding for ages. Here's some sympathy weaponry. That's the one that we had and then we got rid of. That's the one that we started with. No, that's the one that we started with. This is different. Recharge time of 9. It's too long. Too long. Keep space waiting. Huge amounts of scrap to do this. But we are making the scrap, so everything is still very much in an upward trajectory. It's just not giving the things I want. Kill that pirate. Oh, don't you guys start as well. Fuck me. With the cloaking. Right. Fuck it, I'm beginning my attack run. But yeah, genuinely, I was able to have a run over in 4 hours. It was 2 odd hours of doing this, and then you can kind of go through the story beats and take everything on, but you have to power up at the start, otherwise you'll just find what we're finding now. I'm going to put this one on me, and I went the wrong way at the start. I haven't had this problem previously. I swear I've never had this problem before. Chrono chamber. Why now? Why is it giving me the now? Okay, so that's reasonably decent, I think. $46, 20% chance stun, 8 reload. So much heavier damage on the shield systems. Loads more EMP damage. Yep. Kind of an upgrade. One more. I'm beginning my attack run in a really circumventing way. Now let's give me the weapon. Fucking typical. It is giving me the high end stuff, but yeah, don't know. Hang on, that's a 1 power as well. That's my weapon. Going down nice. Kill that. And then give me some amazing weaponry. Not it. That's not it. Good job we got rid of Kim earlier, otherwise we would have run out of space burgers ages ago. Absolutely ages ago. Oh dear. On go and repair the watch. Cool. nailed him. Cool. Right. Are we damaged? Yes, we are. Let's fully heal to at least give ourselves a sniff of a chance. Which means one more fight. Whilst we rage wait. I've got the ability to do that, I guess. Yeah, I think that EMP is a good one, but it's a bit of a side grade, kinda. Doesn't fire as many shots, so there's ow, 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 ow. We've already got one of those. Fuse. Kill captain. Okay, kill ship. Free weapon. Oh, we got it anyway. Okay. So that's the thing. We could go for 3 of those. Get rid of that one. Well, we've tried nothing. I'm all out of ideas. So let's give it a whirl, because those are not bad. That's pretty good as well. What's that comparing it to? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, fair enough. Someone was moaning about a comparison thing on the Discord, and it is in the game. 10 reloading time. Need more rapid. Where was... Right. Let's go all fucking full on, one-dimensional. It's all going to be about these blaster turrets, and we're going to fucking stove their weaponry in and their bloody cloaking. Maybe we concentrate on their cloaking, and then we can concentrate on their weaponry, and just let's not have any fires on board whilst I'm doing all that. That'd be amazing. To use these abilities as well. Shield boost. That needs to go on almost, yeah, after the first volley. Okay, we ain't running this time. Come on, man, can't you just fuck off and go and defend a different gate? Right. That needs to go down first. If we can get that down, we can concentrate on their weaponry. Yay. Right. When they come out of cloak, we'll do acceleration to increase our evasion. Solid misses. Good. It's damaged. Still damaged. They can still cloak, I think. Oh, well, at least we've EMP'd their weaponry. Oh, good. Now they'll just repair it. Yay. Oh, because it's damaged, they didn't get as long in EMP. Come on, fucking blast it, man. Blast it. Oh, their evasion's at 100%. Oh, less than 100%. Oh, that's good. Right, that. Yeah. I'm going to help get the shield back online. Please blow it up. We are slowly chipping away at our shields, but nowhere near quick. Their hull, but nowhere near quick enough. I need to stop there, but I don't want him to die. Just that last level of that, please. Okay, it's almost out of commission. Right, let's switch to their weaponry. Oh, I hate the cloaking device in this, I really do. Right, we're getting there, though. We're getting there. Weapons are suppressed, and we're chipping away a little bit at their cloak. And their hull's coming down. Good. Damage, damage, damage. Ow. Didn't say fire, we do evasion. Come on. Oh my god, they've got their cloak back up. It gives them all the time in the world to get their shields back and repair things. Fuck's sake, man. Could try and kill their captain, but I feel, well, oh, they're almost dead. Come on. Come on, hit your shots, everybody. Hit your shots. Couple more hull hits. Oh! Come on! Yes! Fuck me, that's so much harder than it's ever been before. This is pathetic. So, 2 hours ago, I went the wrong way. We are now going the right way. No one in this new sector has heard about your great deeds from the previous one. This plays into our hands, because they don't know that you're a bumbling fucking idiot. And on that bombshell, we shall indeed end it there. I know I've made an absolute arse of this. It is actually a good game. The way I've played it is the way that you're supposed to play it, I think. As I've said, it has story beats and it has progression, but it kind of gives you free rein to do it. Don't go the wrong way, obviously. Level up in that initial sector until you are powerful enough to take everything on at the highest level of bounty. And then you can just harvest all that good stuff. It's the way that you're supposed to play it. This has been Trigon, a space story. This one is very cheap at the moment. It's like 90% off. Well worth the price. It's like £1 or $2. You were looking at Void War on FDL and thinking, okay, yeah, I kind of fancy that. Well, this is a good place to start for £1. This has all been running natively on my PC, which I will start saying from now on, because I do have a Steam machine, and sometimes it might be on that. But this has all been on the PC. I've been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.